That's fine. I can whinge about.
We can keep talking and no one's gonna know what we're talking about.
No one's gonna know.
God, this guy Pat.
This is only in the pre-show. You got to be a Patreon subscriber to get what we're saying now.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's actually like, yeah, it's.
Oh, hang on. I got sound.
$5 $5 an hour.
Me, though. That is the real question.
Let's mute this one. Now there is definitely sound coming through from the stream.
There is definitely sound, but there is no Isabel sound.
No Isabel sound. What about now? Am I on mic 2? I think I'm on mic 2. That's what it is. Wild. I have to also point my
I
face
just heard you say, "What about now?"
What about now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Right, we are so cool and totally professional. Welcome, Jamie, to our very professional setup.
Yippee!
Hello. Jamie is here filling in for both Morgan and Pat, so he's bringing all of the vibes.
Let's step up, buddy. You got a lot of shoes,
A lot of pressure.
Yeah. Because
hands, you need to use feet and hands to fill those shoes, because there's 4 of them.
Sorry?
Can I withdraw consent?
No? Yes? I mean, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Please don't though.
Come back
into frame!
Cool. Right, so speed round the circle. Does anybody have anything they want to promote at the top of these shenanigans? Jamie,
we definitely don't have a podcast that Pat's doing. We definitely don't have that. It's called
Finally Press Record. Yeah.
That doesn't exist, so you shouldn't look that up on the internet.
Don't look up Pat's podcast.
Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify?
Yeah. And shout out to his 2 German listeners, who may be more of them now.
There's got to be more by now. That number's going up every week.
Yeah.
Look,
be one of the 8 German listeners, people. Be number 9.
Hey, go be German really quick, just so we can have a statistic.
Yeah.
Anyone else plug in some?
Yeah, Jamie, you got anything to plug?
Any projects you do on your passion projects? Create it.
Was there F1 on that everybody needed to watch recently?
Sorry guys, nothing to give ya.
Yeah, just this like tiny little thing. It's called Critical Role, guys. You may not have heard of it. They do a similar thing that we do, but you know, we're friends with them.
Dylan is dreaming.
They're gonna work out for them, is it?
Nah.
They're only a multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah. Lauren, anything to plug?
No, I'm boring.
Yippee! We are regular human beings that do regular stuff. Crazy actors.
And Wombat, who is an actor. What are you doing?
I mean, I work more on crew side now, and I don't have I don't believe I have anything fun at the moment, but feel free to check out this awesome thing I do called Roll for Dopamine. We're live on Twitch every Tuesday from about 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we have a cool Instagram page which sometimes gets a truckload of highlights and sometimes doesn't.
Hells yeah. Check out our Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch streams, as Wombat said. I recently found out about
go catch up. We've got like, 14 hours of content on YouTube now?
Yeah.
It's like 50 hours, guys.
Nice.
Damn, really?
Just put it on the background while you work.
Yeah.
Classic.
Give it
We'll
a
catch up
go.
on... What, how many episodes have we had of our actual campaign? Just for my own...
For this campaign?
I'm guesstimating 9.
Yeah.
Including the one-shots, I'm guesstimating 9.
Well, okay, I'm not counting the Marblewood side quest.
Oh, not counting I think we've done 5 of actual keys.
Okay.
I think it's just 5 to get the museum.
So it's 5 through the museum and then 1 episode of leveling up, where you got basically set your mission for level 2.
Yeah.
Dwyru found out he has fucking magic.
Yeah. Between campaigns is what he did. Cool. So, given that none of us are cool and exciting and have anything else to plug except this, I'm going to promptly move along. So we are going to run the most potent brew adventure, which is an adventure by... Sorry, just trying to find his name.
You're rated by someone.
Richard Jansen-Parkes. Ooh, hi! So we're running a campaign, a one-shot from Richard... What did I just say? Richard Jansen-Parkes. It is his level 1 one-shot, but given how many shenanigans go on with this group, I've made them all level 5, so hopefully we can do this in a reasonable amount of time. So if it doesn't quite look like the one that you have run, then that's fine. You can find all of it on Drive-Thru RPG.
So hopefully there are no puzzles, right? Because then we'd have to use our own brains. That's where it goes wrong.
Yes, you guys don't have brains.
Yes, Dwyru and I have the same intelligence score.
Well, you're not playing Dwyru tonight. Who are you playing tonight?
My name's Cliff. I like to use my hammer. I like to throw my hammer. I'm a big fan of hitting people with my hammer, and I've found that if I hit the right people, then other people are very happy that I hit people with my hammer, so I try to do that.
Was that Cliff?
Cliff.
Clef, okay. Right.
Cleft and Twine? Twain?
No memo squashed. Why do you ask?
Okay. Alright, Matt, who are we playing tonight?
I am playing Greta Hornbrush, dear. I'm a small, little forest gnome, and I have my pals with me, who, they might smell, but they are gentle souls. And you can find out about them all later.
I love this voice. Alright, Jamie, tell us who you're playing tonight for this one shot.
I do not have a voice ready, but I am playing Callium Viruli. He is a human sorcerer. Shaggy black hair, kind of like long, like old kind of black coat. And he carries around like an intricate golden dagger in his right hand.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. Intricate golden dagger. The secrets abound. Lauren, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Doug. Doug is a Ghostwise halfling monk. Very positive, very happy to be included, just adventuring and making friends.
I am playing a halfling, also called Doug in Baldur's Gate, so I'm...
That's awfully familiar.
Yeah, awfully familiar. Cool. Given you guys like this bit a lot, how would you suspect that you would know one another? Does anybody have any ideas?
Ooh, can we get an inkling as to what we're doing before we come up with the
Yeah,
situation
can we
and
have
how we
any
met for it?
Cool.
Any extra context?
So, context for you guys is that one of the local breweries called the Wizard's Tower Brewery, that most innkeepers and beer aficionados are fully aware of, it's quite a brand, has put the word out that its brewery needs some help clearing out some recent residents to their stores. And so they're looking for some strapping young adventurers, or not so young, to go and assist with that removal.
Doug likes a drink.
Well,
Don't know
I
about
think
anyone else.
Hey, go for it, Jimmy.
Greta's probably, she's really fresh to the world of wizarding, and I think she's trying to make some connections in the wizarding world, and that's why she's coming along. She used to run a library out in some small town that you may or may not have heard of, but she's left that behind at the moment. She's adventuring. Decided to start a life of adventure. So.
Oh my god, did we find like a meet and greet pamphlet that we all took something off and decided to like make friends pamphlet.
And is that the there's the meet up at the sign up board, the local like jobs board. You guys have all kind of like wandered out looking for a role. Doug has recognized the brand of the Wizards Tower Brewing Co. and been like, yes, immediately onto that. And as more people like cluster around this job board, Greta, you see a whole group of adventurers. They're getting themselves all ready to head off. So perhaps you might tag along with their adventure.
No, we all subscribe to their weekly Raven newsletter.
All right, you can subscribe to their weekly Raven newsletter.
Yeah. Sure. Is everyone kind of outside of this billboard?
That would be
Hey,
a question.
passing through and looking for work.
Did you see but the
Where was this place called again?
So the place you're going to be headed to is called the Wizards Tower Brewing Co.
Oh,
Are you planning to go to the Wizards Tower Brewing Co?
What,
Yeah.
what you see is obviously even for a gnome, she's on the shorter side. She's quite old. This Greta. She's got quite large glasses that are quite thick that make her eyes really stand out. Her hair is pulled back into almost a ponytail, but then it's just so frizzy that it just expands backwards anyway.
Can I have a height check on you?
Probably like
I
I don't think I've put that in, but is a gnome like 3 foot?
Yeah, I believe so.
Like between 3 to 4 almost.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to lie in that range.
Okay, so then probably like alright, I'll say like 3'2". So yeah, definitely short.
Well,
And
that's
then
sure you
this-
cut out for this. You look about smaller than my hammers.
Well, dear, I wouldn't be the one partaking too much, but my good friend Gary behind me.
And what you see is very much a zombie, but it is he is dressed in a pink and blue kind of knit shirt and some kind of like ragged like pants. But you can see
Oh my
that this
God.
this knit is like was put on the corpse has been raised.
Are we talking like a crochet knit? Like this thing
It's
has like some
definitely-
That's what I'm
braiding
saying in
it,
my head.
like a little decor around the edge.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
I'm imagining.
She put some effort into her knit. And
Oh
he's
wow!
he just stands there.
Oh,
kind
that's a
of
little past the
grunts.
expiry date.
What, dear? No. He's good. He's young and strong. Just like you.
Hey, heard enough. It's not the weirdest thing I've seen.
Oh, I'm Greta,
Isabel.
by the way.
And so
Cliff,
goes to
nice
shit.
to meet you.
What was that, Jamie?
Sorry, quick question. So we at like a sort of job posting board, and remind me what it was. So for Wizards Tower Brewery, have they posted like a job advert?
Yes, so the job advert is asking for what is the best way to say this? So they are looking for mercenaries to come and assist with the removal of a series of recent residents to the storeroom of the brewing company.
I would say that so we've got Greta, and what was your character's name? Combat?
Cliff.
Left.
Left.
Cliff.
Hey.
I would say as that conversation's going, you sort of see a figure approach the job posting board and pluck that same advert off and sort of start reading it in his hands, just kind of like in your peripheral.
Ooh, are you gonna come along, dear? What's your name?
What was that? Oh, hello. How are you going?
I mean, you probably definitely would have noticed the zombie standing behind me, but like,
Oh my. Oh my, that is a frightly sight. Sorry,
Oh,
the name's Callium.
Callium.
name is
Hi,
Callium, right?
Callium. My name is Greta.
And your friend?
Oh, this is Gary. You don't have to worry about him. He's friendly. Say hi, Gary.
That's got to be the most dialogue I've ever seen someone like him put out.
He's
However,
very
did you
vocal,
train him?
very friendly.
Where did you find him?
Oh, you know, I met him on the road. What's it to you?
It's just a very odd company you keep.
He's a good man. He protects me. Me and my book.
Right. So he's
Did
tagging along
she-
with you.
sorry, also one thing to mention, she does have quite a large book under her arm of dark leather and I mean, you might feel it, Callium. There is definitely a dark energy to it.
And I think that sort of as you see his eyes draw to that, you're carrying it by like your hip,
Yeah, just like
sort of see him like reach into his pocket and like sort of pushing hands in pocket, looking a little bit not uncomfortable, but like a little bit on guard. So
Well, I was going to say, Lauren, what are you doing at the job board? You're watching Clever have a conversation with the tiniest of gnomes, and who has a hulking zombie behind him, and there seems to be maybe a standoff happening between the human and the gnome.
I'm gonna be fingering the crochet.
On the zombie? Just like, okay.
You put some work into this. Like this is
No.
some good work.
Hello, dear. Yes, it's
Hi.
my. It's. I did it for him. He enjoys it a lot.
Oh, good. I can see you've really put some care into this piece.
Yes.
Yes, I'm surprised he doesn't rot on it.
Oh, sometimes he leaves a stain, but you know, all of you youngins do.
does he smell?
oh yeah, he does.
Just sort of see Allium's nose like just kind of crinkle up, just like
Cliff is very clearly not
Right, big
bothered.
lie.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we going to go grab a pint to drink and maybe?
I normally
Something
grab the
about here
drinks
in the
after we've done the work, otherwise I find the work's a little bit harder.
So where is
Okay, we
this?
can drink after.
So
Where is
the
this sign?
I mean, I wouldn't be against having maybe 6 or 7 beforehand, but anything past that, I'd sort of asking for trouble.
Good.
So the brewing company isn't that far outside of town, but it's a little bit outside of town, underneath what was once the local wizard's tower.
Hey, let's make our way there.
Come
Cool.
with us. I was gonna call you little lady, but we're the same height, so.
Oh, okay, right. I hadn't realized you were a halfling. Wait, sorry, halfling or gnome as well?
Halfling.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, I like that.
So trudging maybe a mile or two out of town along a dirt road that winds its way through low hills and kind of rolling paddocks, you near the top of a large stone. You see as a large stone building comes into view, flanked by a couple of barns on either side. By the doors is a brightly painted sign that reads, Wizard's Tower Brewing Company, for the freshest pint in the realm.
See Cliff like stare at it for a
Pint.
good solid minute before going, hey, that's the one.
Good beer.
They sell a good drop.
Yeah. So the bottom of the tower, underneath the sign, there is this huge, like oaken door. It seems to be like engraved with runes and enchantments, and they kind of like swirl and sparkle with magic.
Is it like so? They're runes, right?
It does appear to be, yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
As a drinker, would I have been here before?
So you wouldn't have been here before, but you've definitely drunk their drink before.
Okay.
It's quite popular in the local taverns.
Hells yeah. It's always on tap, you know.
Indeed.
So like, we can see these runes in the door.
Yeah.
And are they just like engraved, or are they like glowing or anything?
So they seem to have a shimmer to it. Sorry, Jamie, what were you going to say?
A really similar question. Do we get like the sense of like any magical aura coming from the runes?
Would you like to make an Arcana check?
Can I do the same?
Okay.
While they're
Guys,
making that,
this is my first roll in like a year. What do you think?
So now
that one.
Oh, that one.
That looks like a wand.
You think that this is a very powerful, heavy enchantment across the door. The feel of it kind of gives you, like you've got pins and needles in your hand. Definitely not that you were actually... Yeah.
Okay. We would see Callium approach the door, approach the runes, and kind of like reach out, like with this sort of perplexed face appears. Really interested at first, and then quickly withdraw his hand and like scuffle back, like just gobsmacked by like this magical aura he feels emanating from it.
At the same time, I mean, I also rolled for Arcana, and I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah, these are somebody's attempted drawing runes on the door, and they seem to have found the like metallic paint that they've painted into the runes, and that's it.
Okay.
So,
As Greta gets closer, I would probably say to her as well, like, "Hey, old lass, be careful around those runes. They're so dangerous. Something sinister is emanating from them."
I think that they've made a mistake.
Doug, you've knocked on the door. Cool. You knock on the door, and almost immediately you hear shuffling behind it. Give us a minute! As it races towards the door and opens up. Oh!
They were indecent, were they?
No, not indecent, just in the midst of unpacking, ma'am. And you see in front of you a fairly young gnome who nevertheless sports an incredibly impressive beard. Like, this is cultivated in a way that is interesting. You see that they have a white shirt, like a well-pressed white shirt underneath, and tight black trousers with green suspenders. My name is Glowkindle. I'm the owner of the brewery. You guys are responding to my job ad.
Hey.
Get the idea.
Right.
What are doing?
Cool.
Wants to take care of some residents, right?
So his name was Glowkindle?
Glowkindle, yes.
Okay.
is it glow?
Not apparently.
Maybe if you put some of that paint on them.
Right. Come. Cool. Look, I'll explain it to you over a drink. Come on in. And he gestures for you to follow as he heads down towards a small bar set up in the corner of the brewery. You see, it's kind of like laid out like a tap floor, effectively. You know, like a lot of breweries have that like first open section. There's a lot of like high tables and a couple of like low lounge tables and like lower seats. But mostly what is featured is the long bar with all of their beers on tap. You get this kind of smell of hops and beer, but it's also undercut by being like incredibly clean and well organized. In the space, you see a few humans and halflings dressed in effectively the same outfit as Glowkindle is, trying to make sure that like the building is like clean and like set up and like moving chairs. So these are like the wait staff and other staff that are kind of around.
It's like a fucking costume party in here.
No,
Wouldn't miss that bit on the invite.
don't disrespect them, dear.
Oh, that's
Wearing their work uniform.
yes, it's our work uniform.
Oh, right, okay.
If you wouldn't mind sitting, take a seat at the bar.
Has Greta's zombie come inside with us?
Yeah, I think that he actually like held open the door for everyone. And he
Thank
he,
you. It was
he
Jeff,
would.
right?
Because
And
I
there's
think
Gary.
Al-
His name's
Gary, thank you, Gary.
Alien's still very perplexed by this zombie, and is like almost confused by the fact that like no one seems to be paying it any mind. So I'm very interested to know like what the reaction of everyone in the brewery is as this kind of hulking zombie steps in.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks very unthreatening with
I
his.
feel like
with
I'm
shirt.
going crazy.
So initially, Glowkindle, when he saw that a lot of you had like taken in the eclectic bunch that you are, and immediately placed you in the adventurers category, and as he's like walking back in explaining it, you guys get a couple of weird looks, and then one very like dour-looking human fellow takes a look at the zombie, and the smell seems to take a whiff of the smell. And then just like goes and gets a bucket and mop and starts just like directly behind him, like just cleaning the floor as he walks past, just being like, too tired for this shit. We're just gonna keep it clean and tidy. Once they're out, they're out.
Also coming to the table, I think that they're coming to one of the high tables with like the quite tall stools. And as Greta approaches it and is kind of like eye level with the stool, Gary comes behind her and picks her up and puts her on the chair.
Fuck, he really is a gentleman, isn't he?
Well, that's a service. Please.
Heretic, come on.
And he'll lift you up as well.
Just look at the zombie.
Fuck me, maybe I need a Gary.
So what race is Clef? Sorry.
I don't always fool you, I'm a tiefling. I wander around a lot.
Okay, interesting. How
overt is your tiefling lineage?
Oh no, it's pretty overt. Alright, fucking they're coming out and they're spiraling.
Oh, okay.
You'd fucking notice.
In color of your skin, if I might ask.
It's sort of like a deep red, not quite a purple, but it got a sort of lower on the saturation level red.
Okay, cool.
Not seen a lot of sunlight.
Okay, so a zombie, a gnome, and a devil walk into a bar.
Leaving the human confused and giving uppies to the halfling. Cool. So as you've been given uppies and placed on the bar, those who are taking a seat, Glowkindle kind of like races behind the bar and starts filling tankards for each of you and handing them out.
I'm not having more than 9, alright?
Ooh, that's
Sure.
That's a good call, dear.
I don't think Greta drinks in her old age. She's past that, but she will like
Gary
pass
probably
it off
does.
to Gary, who lifts it up, pours it down his throat. Obviously, there's no like bodily function that needs to happen there, and then it dribbles out the bottom.
The guy with the mop is just like fuming. And comes back with leaves, comes back with a series of towels and puts them underneath the zombie.
Bucket underneath.
I like that one, dear. This is a good brewery, isn't it?
Certainly not like the types that I'm used to going to.
Glowkindle looks very like perturbed by the zombie drinking scenario, and just kind of like rushes through the next couple of sentences from you. The next couple of sentences to you. So the business was doing really well, and we were looking to expand its operations, and like with the intention was that we were going to build more space, much more space in cellar. That's kind of thing. Taking over Wizard Tower, it's kind of the vibe. Excavate more of the stuff downstairs. Just to get a bit more space. So we had a couple of workmen down there digging out all the extra rooms, trying to clear space, and they uncovered this old wall, a remnant of some long forgotten ruin, presumably. And then they were like, okay, cool, knocked a hole in the wall, only to be attacked by rats the size of dogs, and like big dogs too. Not like toy poodles, like big ones, They emerged out of the darkness. They did manage to escape, though, with nothing more than a few cuts and bruises, but no one will go back down there. The cellars are effectively completely unusable, so can't get to there. This is the last couple of barrels that we have. Sorry?
Tell us about the wall.
It was an old wall. I don't know. They said it was an old wall. It was to be knocked down. It's a wizard's tower. There's ruins everywhere.
Right, so kill the giant rats and knock the wall down. That about it?
I don't even need you to knock the wall down. Kill all the rats and then the contractors will come back in.
Alright, take the fucking fun out. At least you're paying us.
I mean, if you want to take some of the wall out, sure. Sorry, Jamie.
That sounds easy enough.
Yeah.
How many rats were there?
That's the unknown. Don't know about the rats.
Let's go kill some fuckers.
Look, sounds like a good challenge.
Hey, that's the one I can get behind. I knew I liked you.
Right, so dispose of the rats. 25 gold pieces each. And anything cool that you find on the other side, yeah?
And as much
Fucking A.
afterwards.
And as much as you can drink after in one night.
Oh, now, alright.
What a fun deal.
Can I get that in writing? Because I've heard that before.
Greta, no! No,
He awkwardly spits into his own hand as well, like not like prepared to like quite make the distance. It's like, and then puts his hand out to shake with you. Pulls out a full like wipes his hand down, there, pulls out a full contract, puts it on the table in front of you, like skims through a few pages, and just like reads out like three of them. All right, it's a contract for you. Ink pen. Anyone else want contracts, or are we happy with spoken deal?
Just show me where on here it says we can drink as much as we want tonight.
Okay. So we're good?
Yep, we're good. Show us the door.
Okay.
Pulls
And you're
out
like,
dagger.
I'm gonna put this paperwork back down first. I'll take you to the cellar door. It's like walks over, like incredibly rigidly and on edge. And you watch just like most of the bar like staff are now kind of on edge, except for the one guy with the mop who's now just like pushing all of the towels behind the zombie as he slowly like leaks beer across the floor towards the door.
All goes well tonight, Gary. You're not going to be the only one who needs that towel, I'm telling you.
I think Pallium's like walking in step in line with Gary, and just kind of like poking him in the side, seeing if he reacts.
He
Like
doesn't.
through the crochet, just like that in front of the eyes.
Nothing.
So the wooden stairs.
Sorry, it's the close, like the classic like anime like that's like what I expect from like moving around him.
Wooden stairs creak as you descend into the cool, dry air of the cellar, which is infused with the smell of beer and damp fur. Somewhere in the
This is
darkness,
much more like it.
you start hearing a scrubbling sound of claws on the floorboard and a faint squeaking noise. The glow candle stays at the top of the stairs. Right, you guys good from here? If I just leave you to it, I'm gonna close the door. Keep everything down here. Ready?
Hey, have a few pints ready for us when we come out, yeah?
Despite Gary being super close to to Greta, she's like,
Oh, what a terrible smell!
What's the light like in here? Is it dark?
Very
Is it
dark.
lit?
The one of you guys say you were good with magic.
Light this up.
As we step in, I would like sort of brandish something golden from my pocket, like sort of twirl it around my hands, and then from it, some dancing like globules will sort of flicker out into the cellar. I cast dancing lights.
Cool. So the cellar and the cellar floor is mostly taken up by barrels and caskets of beer, and make it hard to see kind of the full width of the room. The only area that's like relatively clear is the area towards the far side of the cellar, which has a dirt floor that is littered with stones and workmen's tools. You can see in that space too, there's a hole in the wall that was mentioned by Glowkindle. The hole being about 5 foot high and 3 foot wide.
Are there any rats in the current area, like in visual range of them?
Make a perception check.
Ooh. Wow. Okay. I got a natural 19, so 18.
Yeah. So you cast your eyes around and you can see several very large rats trying to lurk behind or various barrels as you've entered.
Okay. I would like to cast Mage Armor, please.
Certainly.
So the cellar, what's the like material, like the structure of it? Like, is it sort of wooden beams around with mixed with stone? Is it mainly stone and dirt? Like, what's the sort of?
Cool. So the cellar is mostly stone, and you can see different layers of different types of stone. The bottom kind of layers seem to be these big older stones, and then on top of it they can kind of get smaller and more like hewn, and then you can see parts of it have been like patched in with brickwork as the brewing company has like come in and just like been like patch that hole with bricks. The floor is mostly like pounded dirt across the bottom of it, and is relatively dry.
Does anyone
it's quite
think to
dry.
grab some cheese?
Oh, I've got to.
She's gonna reach into a little pouch on her other side, and and Greta will pull out just like the smallest nibble of cheese.
Oh, I was saving this for more of a special occasion. I've got it if you need it.
Yeah, why didn't you give that to me? Right, sure. Right, so we got these fuckers up. So I'm gonna jump down there with us, and they should all jump on me, and then I'll jump on them, and you jump on them. Any questions?
Nah, let's do it.
Ready?
Okay.
And I'd start rubbing this cheese like over my face and neck as I just jump off the stairs into the middle of the room.
Cool. So, how old is this cheese? How old is this cheese?
Whoa. Younger or older than Gary?
That's a good question. Older than Gary.
Cool.
But okay, so just for reference, Gary is technically a spell that I have to up every 24 hours, but she's had him for a couple of days.
Oh,
I'm gonna say no. He's at least like a week to 2 weeks old, but the cheese is definitely older than that.
Cool.
She packed it when she started adventuring, and then she got Gary, and then she's giving you the cheese.
When you said older, I suddenly was expecting years. So this isn't as bad.
Yeah.
Just rubbing mold all over my neck and face.
Yeah.
I just assume it's well-preserved cheese. Like aging.
We're not.
Salted cheese.
Yeah. It's just cheese.
Cool. Yeah, so you rub this horrifically, like, old piece of cheese that, like, crumbles onto your skin, and then as you, like rub it a little bit more, it starts to, like, become almost liquidy as it, like, smears into it. Sorry, you ready to jump down the stairs?
Come and get it, you big ugly fuckers.
Awesome. Can I get you to roll initiative for me, please?
Yippee!
Okay.
I know that I just rolled well with that dice, so I'm going to use a different one.
Don't
That was
worry.
a bad idea.
Hold on to that thought for me for 2 seconds. So 13, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Can I get anybody who got over a 20? Okay, anybody above a 15?
Oh, good start, guys.
Anybody who got over a 10?
Oh,
Yep.
So, Jamie, what did you get?
I got 17.
Oh, 17? Cool.
Sorry.
You got 14, Wombat?
Aye.
Cool. Anyone else? Alright, the two of you below 10, tell me what you got.
5.
5? Lauren?
I got 18.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
I don't know why I missed that. Okay, cool. Alright, so you land in the middle of this space, Wombat, and find yourselves confronted by a series of giant rats. The first one leaps towards you and tries to bite you. Rude. Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Rude.
13's pretty high, guys. Come on. For my base AC of 10, it's pretty high.
Okay. Alright, with that, it is Lauren's turn. So, what is Doug gonna do?
The closest one.
Cool, so if you're at the top of the stairs, there is now a small collection of them heading to kind of assemble around Clef.
So like, I'm gonna go up to like his side. The first one that's gonna like come to his side, I will go for that one.
Yeah, cool.
I'm going to try and bludgeon it.
Sure, make an attack roll for me, please.
Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit. Please go ahead and roll damage.
FYI, DM.
Yes.
So, like, for Gary, I've just said that I've animated dead, and given myself a zombie summon.
Mm-hmm.
Is that legal? Is that allowed?
Yes, so do you command him on his... Does he have his own initiative, or do you command him as your bonus action?
I think it's commanded as a bonus action. On each of your turns, you can use a bonus action to mentally command. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm going to do a bonus action as well because I
Yeah.
don't have strike.
Sorry, I missed how much damage you did. My apologies. 6 points of damage? Awesome. So you smack the rat in kind of in front of Clef that tried to make an attack against him, and you do some serious damage to the creature. What? You're on mute.
What did you say? Oh no, we've lost sound.
Hello?
There
Hi!
we go.
Hi.
Oh, hey. I don't know what's happening. Can I do a bonus action?
Yes, you may.
I will beat it again.
Hit it again!
Wait it down.
Thanks. I also got a 17, so assuming it does.
That hits.
Excellent. I've done 7 more damage.
My boy! He's dead.
Is it Ratty McConaughey?
Yes, it's Matthew McConaughey.
Better hope not.
It's actually
This is
Jesus.
my revenge.
Cool. Is there anything else from you for that?
That's enough. Thank you.
Cool. So another rat
Like,
is going to race out of the darkness and attempt to swarm Cheese Boy. That is a 15. It is a 15 hit, Wombat.
A 15 does not.
All right, cool. Jamie, it is your turn. You see as more rats are starting to make their way down and swarm.
okay, how many rats do I see? Like, is the entire chamber illuminated right now, or is it still like this part's like in dark? You know what I mean?
Because of the density of the stacked barrels around, there are like pockets of darkness, but overall you have a sense of the room, and you can see at least 6 rats kind of moving about the space.
6 rats, okay. And the barrels. Do I need to be concerned if I throw a fireball in these barrels?
They're full of alcohol, so that would be a choice you would have to consider. You're in a brewing company. They're brewing barrels.
I'm confident I could survive a fireball. I'm not sure about the barrels.
I wouldn't throw a fireball, at least not straight away.
Fireball.
Right, okay. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to. So I would imagine that I'm imagining like kind of steps descending into the cellar, correct?
Yeah, so they're
wooded.
wooded.
Halfway up the steps.
Yep.
Cool, that's fine. I'd probably be like about halfway up the steps, kind of keep my distance from like melee. I would look at. Is there any rats currently in melee with either Doug or Clef?
Yeah, so one rat has attempted to make an attack on Clef and missed completely.
I thought 2 had.
Right. So I
Well,
think
but that other one is dead.
Oh, good.
I think I would brandish a golden dagger, and it's a very, very slender, like I said, intricate dagger, almost like a painting pen, with a incredibly sharp point and like a black gem in its hilt.
So it's
I
like a
would,
stiletto?
again, twirl it. Yeah, perfect, like a stiletto. I would literally twirl it around my hand. As I do, I would cast catapult, and then like as quick as I flick it through, like literally passing through, let's say, Clef's hair, and trying to smack one of the rats.
Cool.
With the dagger.
With the dagger, casting catapult.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cool.
like, throwing the dagger.
Cool. Can I get an attack roll from you then, please, for catapult?
Oh, actually, let's pause for a second. I think it might be a. I thought it was an attack roll, but it might be a saving throw. I do think it was an attack roll. It's actually a Dex 15 save.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. That's up to the DM, but I think we could definitely like rudimentary make it a.
That's all right. I think a 21's gonna survive it.
Oh damn!
Okay. I try to each take. Is there any? On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something. Wait. Huh? Do I do any damage or like half damage? I'm trying to figure out. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in direction and shooting forward to ground. Something early impacts against a solid surface. If the object would strike a creature must make a Dex saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. So I think it still takes damage.
I think
No,
it's saying it goes
that'll just be
past
the
the
ground.
rat and then strikes
Yeah.
the ground for damage.
Yeah. I would say that's.
Yeah.
It just says on a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. So if the rat
Yeah,
target-
so-
Yeah, but that was a successful save.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so tired, guys. Sure. Okay, all good. Moving on.
Yep. So the beautiful embedded dagger cascades through the air towards this rat, who like squawks and flattens itself to the ground, and it just kind of like sails overhead and impacts with a light thud into one of the barrels behind.
What? Does the barrel start leaking?
It does seem to be. Well, no, you would have to investigate to find out.
Okay.
Okay, Jamie, is there a bonus action for you?
At the moment, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to kind of keep my distance.
No worries. Okay. So, 3 more rats are going to come out of the dark and attempt to make an attack against you, swarm you from the other side. The first is going to try and hit you for a 19.
Oh, that does hit. Now we're
That
getting
one hits.
interesting.
The next one is going to hit you for a 18.
That's gonna hit.
And the third for a 22.
Hey, that one's gonna hit as well.
So, can I get you to take 15 points of piercing damage as these rats start to swarm around you and bite?
Done.
Right, Wombat, it is your turn. Cleft is
Oh,
surrounded
you little
with
fuck!
4
my
rats
turn, right?
around them. Sorry?
I get to speak on my turn, right? I'll swear
Yeah.
and groan and moan.
Bit, not too much.
No, not too much. I got a fucking hammer to swing. I'm gonna swing that hammer at whichever fucker is closest to my nose.
So probably the first rat that tried to attack you but missed. The others have come up around to surround you.
Oh, that's not a great roll. Does a 14 hit?
I believe it does, yes.
Oh, alright, let's roll for damage. That's 9 damage.
Yeah, so you just obliterate that rat from existence.
I fucking get crushed under there, you little bastard.
Alright, bonus
And
action.
I have another attack, so I'm going to attack again. I'm going to attack, as tempting as it is to just hit this first fucker again and see if I can really get him to look like the squish of a pancake mix coming out of the excess of a presh. I think I'll attack around to the left of that rat.
To the left. Cool. Make an attack roll for me, please.
Oh fuck. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit. So you...
And can I roll damage for the dirt that I hit?
Well, I was going to say, with so much momentum, you just kind of swing wide, arcing over the top and spin in the circle.
I'll take that.
Alright, cool.
How many rats are currently around me?
You have 3 rats left around you.
Oh, fucking 8. Alright, well, I'm going to action surge and I'm going to fucking hit 2 more rats.
Yeah, let's burn those very quickly.
Does a 16 hit that same little fucker I just missed?
Yes, it does.
Alright, let's see if we can get some fucking damage on him.
Do you have 2 hammers in your hand?
I know I got 1 big fucking warhammer. Oh god, that's terrible. 7.
Damage?
7 damage.
Yeah, no, that rat's gone.
Oh fucking hey, I'm having the time of my life. Alright, let's go. Last one. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's another 9. And 9 does not hit, if I recall.
It does
I
not.
hit 2 rats and then I spun like a ballerina twice around as I whipped my fucking hammer around, just like whipping my hammer like a child used to whip their hair back and forth. Don't remember the fucking name, but you know it was a good beat and that's just what I'm replicating, and I think that's my turn.
Oh, I don't believe that was true, dear. I didn't like that music.
Okay. So, Doug, Lauren, 2 rats are going to come surging out of the dark and attempt to swarm you. But with double nat ones, I'm going to let you get a free reaction on the rat with the worst luck.
Cool. Out of 2 nat ones, which is the worst luck?
No, so they have advantage, and I got 2 nat ones. So even with advantage, it's a nat 1.
Cool.
Damn.
I'm gonna hit it.
Let's go.
I'm gonna hit it.
Give it a good karate chop.
15.
That hits.
Cool. I'm gonna give it. How many points of damage? 9.
Yeah, cool. There is no more rat. Its luck ran out. Rat out. Cool. So rather than attacking you, The next rat is just going to race past you and into the dark and try and scamper through the hole in the wall. You have an actual reaction you can use if you so choose in this moment, or you can let it go.
Is it within range?
It is within range.
My turn, or is it a reaction?
This is a reaction for the rat running past you. As it's just, it
Decide
decides
it's so you just absolutely
obliterate its friend, and it's like,
whoop, nope.
Is it close enough to me for a reaction?
no. So,
I'm gonna hit it.
hit it.
I'm gonna hit it with a 22.
I don't think that hits.
Yeah, that's likely. Does an 8 do damage?
And there is no more rat. It tried to run, but alas, it could not. Not fast enough.
Nope.
You can't run, nor can you hide.
All right. Matt, it is Greta Homebrush's turn. What would you? Hornbrush.
Greta's gonna pull out her little book, and it's kind of, Gary, go hit that one. And as she kind of like flicks her finger, and a frostbite is gonna shoot out of her palm, and it's gonna hit one of the rats on the opposite side of Clef to die. So.
Yeah, cool. Make an attack roll for me, please. Is it attack roll? Or is it a saving throw?
The frostbite is actually a saving throw. Constitution 15.
Cool. So that would be a 16. They take half damage?
No, it's just a spell. It's just a cantrip, so it does no damage.
Does that mean Gary's now going to go swing at the air because you said go hit this?
I think he will. No, but Gary will still go and stand on your left side, the opposite. If it's Doug and then Clef, and then it's gonna be Gary.
Yep, cool. Doug, Clef, Gary. At the bottom of the stairs.
So he can just kind of take damage if he needs to. And then he's just gonna kind of like swing wildly and at nothing. Because
Okay.
he hasn't given a clear enough command.
Awesome. Alright, Lauren, we are back to the top of the order with you. What would you like to do? There are some rats that are scurrying about, two of them are behind Cleft, or two of them next to Cleft, but...
Are they in range?
yeah, you can take a step there and get there.
I'll take a step there, and I'm really shockingly gonna beat.
Do it.
Okay, I got a 21.
That hits.
And I do 7 damage.
Yep, there's no more Matthew McConaughey.
Fucking dope
Wait,
monk
is there
shit.
another rat?
Yep, you can take another step and get the one that was attacking from the other 45 that's kind of in front of Gary.
7.
I don't think that hits. I think you've gone beyond.
How is that not natural? How do you have like more than a plus? Damn.
I got 11 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, there are no more rats, guys. One ran screaming into the distance, but there are no more rats. This is it. It's done. There's no more rats. Shouldn't have even bothered.
I did. Doug, you did a very good job there.
Oh, I really thought I'd use my old noggin. Oh fuck, I'm not Doug. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
You're not. I am. 3-foot halfling.
Can we cut that?
Quick. The stream, we gotta just cut it really.
Just edit that out. Sorry. Matt? Can you just say the comment again?
Doug, you did a really good job there.
Thanks.
Gary,
I'm
you
gonna go
did
pull my
your
blade out of
best.
the barrel.
Yeah. So you kind of start to like work your blade out of the barrel and realize that you hadn't even thrown it hard enough to penetrate all the way through the wood. It was just kind of sticking in there.
And just from below your knees, you just
Can
hear, "Aww," as I'm standing under it, being like,
I was gonna say I was nestled in with a cup, but if you're standing there, I guess you'll beat me to that.
Sorry, Jamie, what did you say?
Can I try puncture the barrel?
Yes, you can.
Put the blade in deeper.
Yeah, make a strength check for me, please.
Oh, sure. 8.
Yeah, you go to try and push this like knife into the barrel, and it's just not working. Like maybe there's like something in the way. It's just really hard wood. I mean,
Can I give an assist?
wait, how high up is it?
This barrel is the second in a stack.
Here, lift me up. Lift me up.
Can I give an assist to just hammer the knife in for him?
Gary will just
Bang like a nail into the barrel.
Cool. Yes, you can give an assist while Doug is hoisted into the air by Gary, who can also make a swing at this barrel if she so chooses.
That was a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Cool. So you slam this dagger into the barrel and like fracture the whole piece of wood that was holding that side of the casket.
Oh, that's what you
Who
wanted, yeah?
actually did that? Sorry, was it?
Yeah,
Was
it
it,
was.
It was Clef.
It was clever.
Yeah.
Oh right, sure.
I reach forward and pull out.
So is the barrel now like? Is anything coming out now?
Yeah, lots of liquid, very quickly.
Right.
Is it like a high pressure like?
No,
paint, or is it
it's like fractured and shattered. There is just like a cascade of liquid coming out of this barrel. If you choose to drink it, it won't last long. You gotta get there quick.
Is there any buckets around?
No, why would there be buckets around?
I mean, you said they were miscellaneous tools.
There's workman's tools. You want a concrete bucket? You get a concrete bucket.
Sounds like something
I pull a
Clef would
stein
do.
from my bag and put it under the water.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Make a dexterity saving throw to see how much you can collect.
Greta will slowly
Yes,
hobble
saving
down the
throw.
stairs. As the
I have a 25.
You managed to completely fill this vessel. And it's even got a very nice amount of like heady foam on top. Just enough. It's like completely balanced. Best pour beer you've ever had.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Hell yeah.
What's it taste like?
I pass it over. Sippy sippy.
Does the does it taste like unusual or just like regular nice?
So this tastes a little bit weird to you because it's not like fully fermented. It's a little bit like still like hopsy in a way that is like it's not fully cooked yet. It's like almost raw dough bread rather than like a complete loaf. So it's
Someone
not.
might like it, but you know.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. Yeah.
Put past the last back to Doug. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. It's not quite ready
Can
yet.
I retrieve my blade or not?
Yes, you can pull your blade out from the barrel.
It's super important to my backstory, guys. I swear.
Yeah.
That you threw it on the ground and so you threw it into a barrel at the first.
I threw it in a rat that happened to go into a barrel.
Should we go through the hole?
Yeah, can we?
Oh, one of those little fuckers ran off. Shouldn't we go get that first?
So through the
Go
hole
pass the sign over.
to whom?
Sorry, I missed that.
He passes the stein
Clef.
over.
Oh, fucking A, I'll take some.
You
Oh,
just
it's got
got
a bit of an odd texture to it, doesn't it? Hey, Gary, what do you make of this? And I pass it on.
He's gonna take a large sip because he doesn't know.
Yeah,
That
Gary seems to like
sizes.
it.
Just
That's good enough for
goes
me.
straight to him, and then he hands it back to Doug.
Stick a bucket underneath Gary as he starts drinking.
That cement bucket I found.
No, I think Greta's gonna be short by his legs and just as a quick like as it passes by underneath.
No, I don't think so.
So through the hole in the wall, you can see a dusty stone corridor. Its floor lying around a foot below that of the cellar where you stand. Over to the left, you can see the start of a staircase buried in collapsed masonry, earth, and rubble that blocks the way completely. To the right, the passage leads around the corner, but on the wall you can make out what appears to be writing in a clear gold script.
So is this where the rat went?
This
the
is
direction
indeed
it's
where
going?
the rat went.
Okay. And these are giant rats, right?
Yeah, these are giant rats.
Is the hole in the
It's
wall
right.
low to the ground, or is it up?
The hole in the wall is at ground level, about 4 foot up and 3 foot wide.
It's a pretty big hole.
The writing on the wall, is it any writing, like any, is it language or like runes?
We go to investigate.
Yeah, you going in to investigate? You going through it to investigate?
Yes.
Yep.
Gary's leading.
Anyone need a hand going in? Oh, sorry, Gary, don't want to step on your toes.
I'll come through that.
As you get closer, it is written in common and reads, "Dawn breaks with stirring air, as sun shines down on new day fair. Midday blaze bakes earth and grass. The farmer waits for heat to pass. Evening cool brings water, wine, drinking and laughter passing time. Night sees shining roaring fire, as wood and coals burn on the pyre."
Seems unimportant. Let's keep going.
Fuck, that's more I can remember.
What's it say about drinking? They want to drink?
Evening cool brings water, wine, drink and laughter passing time.
Can we get that to the Discord chat, please?
Yeah. And it just seems like mundane writing, right? Like no sort of like, it's kept written in gold.
Yeah, it's kind of written in a gold paint.
Can I touch it?
But like,
Do you think if we
You
scrape
can touch it.
the text off the wall, there'd be enough to like smush together and sell as a clump of gold?
Oh dear, you can't disturb the text. It's a great artifact. You have to let it be.
Oh, that ain't one of those things those museum guys would go and get. I still think we should take it for the gold.
Oh, museums don't treat it as well, but maybe perhaps in a library. Maybe I could bring it back. Hey, Gary, do you think you could lift this wall? Oh, okay.
I mean, how big is this text? Is it like, does it carry?
It's like this huge stone plaque that seems to be embedded in the wall itself. It's from probably about the 6 foot mark down to the 3 foot marks, 3 foot high.
What happens when I touch it?
Nothing. It's kind of cold to the touch. Jamie?
You said there were.
and this is within the tunnel, right? Like
Yeah, it's
right
within the tunnel. Yeah.
You said there was
okay.
building
any
material
house around?
nearby, right?
Yeah, so there is building material behind you that you've passed over to come in, and that there's rubble to the left of you, where there seems to be a staircase leading up.
Any like nails or sort of long, shafty things?
You could certainly find old shards of stone that would be sharp and nail-like.
Hey, I got a few hammers. I reckon if I picked one of these up, I could probably nuzzle the fucker out. Did you want me to take it out for you?
Why don't we get it on the way back? Let's go kill the rats and we'll take it on the way back.
Yeah, might be a bad
That's not a
idea.
half bad idea, actually.
What else is in this corridor? Does it just continue down?
It just continues down. So it continues off to the left. I see, I would have said that's the right. So it continues off to the left towards a staircase, and then it continues down towards the right. You
So we've
We're in this corridor now.
Talking out loud. Talking out loud.
Yeah. So you're in this corridor. You can see off to the left there is this rubble and staircase which goes up, and as you look right, you can see that the corridor kind of takes a left-hand turn.
Right.
Okay, off we go.
Cool. So as you continue down the corridor, you see in front of you a section of the floor is covered in a mosaic that depicts a rural scene showing the sun, the sky, and the hillside and the river in 4 5-foot panels, each showing the scene at different times of day. So the first is the sun seeming to rise from behind the mountain, behind the hill, with the blue sky above, green hills below, and a blue ocean at the bottom. The second panel is the sun full in the sky above this series of mountains as the water passes over. And in the last panel, the sun seeming to dip, the third panel seeming to dip below the horizon again. The final panel, the darkened sky, a campfire lit on the mountainside, and a dark ocean below.
I'm so glad we didn't pay attention to that riddle before.
I'm hardly the scribing type, but I'd wager that the 4 verses we just read match these 4 paintings.
Oh, don't be
Agreed.
ridiculous.
I touch one of them.
I touch it.
Cool. So as you go to touch the tiles, you do look up and see that on the third tile, what you thought was like rubble or something, is actually the giant rat that had raced this way, cut into several pieces.
Ooh.
That doesn't look like the work of my hammer. Is that one of you guys?
Nope. I don't think Gary can do that.
I can't do that.
Definitely
Oh,
one.
that's a pity.
I think whatever it was potentially here before we even got here. It's still around.
Can we?
Looking
I'm
around the
not sure if I can
room.
read that.
Like, has it been like it's cleaved in half?
It does seem to have been cut in half by some kind of blade.
How big is this room we're in?
This is a narrow corridor. It is 5 foot wide and it is 20 feet long.
Did anyone write
Um,
down that verse?
We have it in the Discord. I mean, I wrote it down in my brain.
How did you remember it, dear? This old noggin knows everything.
Oh yes, the old noggin. Can I like look around for traps or something? Like my brain's like this rat's been cleaved in half.
Make an investigation check for me, please.
Sure.
I'll assist if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. So you get advantage.
19. Oh, advantage?
Yep.
19's the highest.
Cool. So you kind of like scan around to see if there is traps or something. And you see kind of where Doug had gently kind of initially tried to touch the tiles, that in fact the floor there softer than it should be, more springy it would seem. The standing on the wrong part of any of this mural is going to set off some kind of bladed trap, and you do see that between the lines of each of the panels, huge kind of blades, holes sit.
Oh, okay.
And so, did you say these paintings are on the floor?
It's a mosaic on the floor, it's not a painting.
Sorry,
Good thing
mosaic.
we have a walking meat shield.
Whoa!
I don't know if you mean me or Gary.
Gary's definitely a walking meat shield.
Ah, it must be me. Sorry, Gary. I got a little confused there.
No, I just.
Okay.
I
So,
mean,
looking
he does look like he's taking a hit.
He really can't. He has quite low HP, but he might get back up again. That's the big thing.
He's already dead.
Oh, DM, while we're at the combat, can I drink a couple of healing potions?
You certainly can.
Damn, are you low?
I lost a little bit of health.
Damn, okay.
And that is well taken. The fuck are they? I know I put them in my bag.
So looking at the first mural,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything on like that looks like stirring air?
Not stirring air of any means, but there is certainly a part of the panel which just depicts the sky.
Greta's gonna go and blow on it.
Cool. So Greta goes to blow on the mural in general. The dirt kind of shifts around on the mural and nothing happens.
Any other suggestions?
Hang on.
Yeah, a couple of hammers.
So with the investigation check, I saw that there was like one panel that looks softer than the others, or was it like a trail?
So each of the mosaics has the same consistency, that there is trapped on each of the different mosaics.
We can't tell how much of the ground do the mosaics will cover. We can't
So
walk
they
around
cover
all over them.
they cover a 5-foot section of the floor each. So it's a 5x5 tile, a 5x5 tile, a 5x5 tile, a 5x5 tile. It's like they covered the whole corridor with mosaic traps and longer than something could drop on.
What order do they appear in?
Sunrise, midday, sunset, nighttime.
Okay, and they're okay. Sorry, I had it in my brain that they were in a square, but okay, they're in a line.
They're in a line.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I also had it in my brain that they were a square.
Yeah, you seem.
That's annoying.
Okay. Next.
Would someone be able to throw me over there?
You're certainly welcome to try.
I'm not sure I could throw you 20 feet.
Fine.
Can I whack a firebolt at Can I whack a firebolt at the last one?
Sure. What damage does Firebolt do?
Fire damage.
Okay, yes you may.
Does that sound right?
You need something with weight, surely.
I got a few hammers I can throw.
Oh.
Do I have to
Can I
roll
find
on?
something with a heavy stone? Is there a heavy stone around?
There's certainly masonry you can go and grab.
While he's doing firebolt, I'm gonna go and grab one.
Okay. So,
Okay, so he doesn't fireball.
Greta, can I have an attack roll, please, to see if you hit the correct panel, or if you...
Yeah, I mean, if she's gonna hit, of course. No need to roll, really.
What did you roll?
I mean, I got an 11.
Okay,
I rolled a
it's
4.
it's the ground. You managed to slam this fireball into the campfire, as indicated in the final panel, and nothing happens. Dirt seems to fizzle away. The bit of the rat that was there cooks down, adding to that burnt hair smell.
Okay. Anyone else thinking of breakfast?
You didn't. Oh, dearie, you didn't eat before you came here. Come on, you can't adventure with an empty stomach. That's rule number 1. of
Oh, don't worry,
adventure.
I eat. I'm just thinking about eating again.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Dawn breaks with stirring air as sun shines down. Okay. Midday blaze.
Am I back with my rock yet?
Yes.
Or my chunk?
Yeah.
The largest one I threw those.
Yeah. You can carry a rather large chunk of masonry.
Good. I go and I take it to Clef and ask him to throw it onto the first painting.
Hey, yeah, I can do that.
Yep.
I heard Claire, not Clef, and I was like, who? What did I miss?
Yeah, sorry.
Been renamed.
No, that's me, that's me. Yes, I take this and I gently throw it onto the first piece.
Cool. So this huge piece of masonry lands with a thud in the square, and you watch as a large blade whips out across the space, embeds itself in the rock before a beat, and then attempting to retract kind of jerkily away from the rock and back in.
Can I hit the blade with my hammer to try and dislodge it from
Stand
whatever
down,
mechanism
Wombat.
it's on?
Give me a second. What did you say, Jamie?
Well, I was gonna ask actually. So now, is the first mosaic pattern, has it now staying triggered?
Yes,
Is
it's
it a
staying down.
stone still on it?
Yep.
So in theory, if I was to step on it, it wouldn't re-trigger the trap.
You're welcome to try.
I go get another piece of masonry.
YOLO, I will step on it.
Cool. So you
Let me go get more masonry.
So you race off and get more masonry, and you step onto the rock or the mosaic.
So, okay, just to be clear, I want to step onto the rock, given that I'm noticing that the mosaic has stayed sunken once like the rock is pressed on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if the mosaic returned to neutral, and I knew if I was going to trigger the trap again, I wouldn't. But if it seems that it's staying in that position, I would be willing to try.
Yeah. So you climb onto this piece of masonry in front of you, and nothing happens.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Doug, hurry up with those extra rocks, please, dear. And Gary, you go help as well.
Cool. And with
Is
Gary's
there-
help, you can get several pieces of masonry back to the group.
Is the blade still stuck in the masonry, or has it retracted?
It retracted, so it was in there for probably longer than a moment before, like, wiggling back and kind of like retracting into the
Would
to
there-
the stone.
Would there have been time for me to try and hit it with my hammer to dislodge it from whatever it's in?
Yeah, sure. Make an attack roll.
Attack throw.
Attack roll, whatever you're attacking with your hammer, throw, or
16.
yeah, that hits. So you manage to slam your hammer into this blade and kind of like bending it away from the kind of center where it was attached, and kind of patinging it out from whatever mechanism was holding it into the ground before it retracts.
Does it continue to move, or does it look like it's stationary and broken?
So the blade has come free. Whatever mechanism was in the floor is still clicking. And the standing on the piece of masonry doesn't seem to re-trigger the clicking mechanism underneath now that there is no blade.
Alright, I think the first one's disarmed.
Cool.
Call me a fucking rogue.
I think that
I'm
Gary.
just holding masonry.
Oh, sorry, let me take that off you. I take this over to stone number 2.
Sorry, what was
Nice,
Gary
I love
doing?
that.
I think that, Gary would be he's not standing on the rock on the first platform. He's actually just standing directly on the platform, and he's gonna kind of like toss, like kind of gently lob the next stone onto the next trigger.
Cool, and you guys managed to, with giant piece of masonry after giant piece of masonry, set all of the traps to be sunken into the ground after initially triggering the mechanism. So you managed to hop across them pretty easily after that point, getting
Okay,
to the other
outside
side.
of the game, can we get the answer?
No.
No. Dang it.
Dang it.
It has
I mean,
to
I think
do.
that was pretty creative.
Was there an answer?
Maybe we just speak the riddle.
No.
I mean the
Frick.
poem.
No,
As
Too late to get caught up on it
level
now.
1.
As you
We got our hard out coming up.
As you make your way towards the end of the corridor, you have one door to your left and a door in front of you. How would you like to proceed?
Oh, Gary, dear, be a gentleman and get this left door, please.
Yeah. So the door opens onto what once might have been a lab or a workroom. To your left sits a mouldering desk, the shattered remains of alchemical glassware, while the center of the room is dominated by a set of tall bookcases arranged back to back. All around, however, are scorch marks, signs of countless small fires. The air even still smells like smoke and burnt meat. The wooden furniture is blackened and burnt in places, and while what may once have been a pile of books has been reduced to ash, singed traces of webbing hang from the ceiling. As you enter, you feel something crunch beneath your feet.
It's not that, Callum. I think someone else was thinking of fireball too.
What's crunching beneath my feet?
As you look down, you see charred hindquarters of a giant rat.
Holy fucking shit.
Hey.
Can I get you to all roll initiative for me, please?
Nah. Why? Ooh,
Okay.
Nat 20
Nat
Oh.
20.
nice.
for a total of 22 if it changes anything.
Oh, that is the wrong dice. Cool.
Not even close with what I wrote down. Breaks all this stirring air. No.
Okay, anybody get above, anyone else get above a 20?
20.
You got 20? Cool. Okay. Lauren, what did you get?
11.
11? And Matt, what did you get?
I got a 10.
Nice. Cool.
Double my last one.
Alrighty, given that you have entered into this space, I'm assuming that Gary has entered in first to the door. Cool. So,
Gary? Oh, yeah, Gary.
does a 15 hit Gary?
Yes.
Cool. So, Gary is going to be restrained by flaming webbing that emerges from the ceiling.
Oh.
He is going to take 3 points of fire damage at the start of your turn.
Okay.
So, but he is now bound in fiery web just in front of the door as you guys attempt to enter.
Can I ask a
Not my
quick
knitwear.
question?
Yes.
Is Gary the only one that has gone into the room?
Yes, Gary opened the door and stepped in and stepped on a corpse and got shot with fiery web.
We could just close the door. Anyway, continue. Thank you.
Could just close the door.
Nope. No, we can't.
I think that's a brilliant idea. Let's go.
Gary is family, how dare you?
Exactly.
You've known
You'd be
Gary for 2 hours.
I've known you for 2 hours, how about I throw you in the door and shut it?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you tell him.
Cast the spell again and bring me back to life, like old Granny.
I reckon she'd give it a good fucking try.
Alright, Wombat,
Stays.
it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Is
Can
there...
I give a quick just shout and just say
I think it's something in the ceiling.
Sure.
Looking around, do I see anything or anyone else in there? Or in our area?
Make a perception check for me. Ooh, that was...
what the hell was that?
Well, if I rolled the 2, should I just skip asking?
Yes. So you can swing blindly, just attack with disadvantage and hope that you hit something.
It's possible to get 2 nat 20s. Let's go.
With the encouragement from Greta, I'm gonna head into the room and I'm gonna swing. And I think I'm gonna aim to swing upwards at whatever shot out that poor Gary here came from. I'm gonna aim to swing at whatever that was.
Cool. Make an attack roll with disadvantage for me, please.
Are you throwing something? Clef?
Holy fuck! That is 2 24s.
So I need proof. This is
Absolutely.
ridiculous.
That's
Oh,
nice.
we're not in a. I was wondering why your things weren't popping up on the
We're not a campaign.
on D&D Beyond, but we're not on the campaign. That's right.
Yeah.
You can see my perception check of 2, and then my 2 vicious warhammers at 24.
Damn, well done.
Damn. Okay,
It's real.
fine.
It's
Fine. So you
You'll see
go
that.
kind of swinging wildly through the room. You actually stumble further in than you had initially expected as you kind of swing towards the roof. But with this extra step, you do clock something on the ceiling. Can I get you to roll damage for me, please?
Ooh, that is 13.
13. Awesome.
Hey!
Just kind of come in running, and then with a big like low swing that pulls you upwards with it. knocks
Hang on, I
something
might have a prop for this.
off.
That's not quite what we have in mind. Mine's a bit longer than this, but
Whoop, bonk. Hells yeah.
Cool. Is there a bonus action from you? Or a second attack?
depends. What is the reaction to my first attack?
Hissing.
Hissing.
Back.
It's quite a hissing like air out of a valve, or hissing like a snake.
Hissing
else.
like a creature.
Ooh,
Like an,
now I'm in
like
a
an
bind.
arachnid type of creature? Mayhaps?
It was fire webbing. I'm guessing.
If I
it's
if I look up where
snake,
I
I mean,
hit, do I see anything?
Fire spider.
You have 6 seconds.
Make your choice about to hit it again or think about it.
You've already looked.
You know what?
Hit
I
it.
like hitting things with a hammer. I'm a fucking hitter. That's what my character backstory says, so that's what we're going with. I'm a fucking roll again.
This
Does
one's
an,
not gonna do as well.
does a 20 hit?
The 20 hits.
What? With disadvantage still?
This one's still with
No,
disadvantage?
it wouldn't be a disadvantage now. You know where it is.
Then that's a 20.
Yep. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please. Or is it 20 points of damage?
Oh, I fucking wish. That is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Awesome. Cool.
I also, on hit, I have proficiency, which means I can push a creature up to 10 feet. If it is large or smaller, am I able to use that action to push whatever is on the roof onto the floor?
Sure. I think that's your bonus action, yeah?
I'm happy to take it as a bonus action, but it doesn't say so. It just says if you hit a creature with a warhammer, you can push the creature up to 10 feet.
Cool. So you can push it along the ceiling then, or you can use your bonus action to get it onto the floor.
Yeah, I'll take it to the floor.
Cool. So with your bonus action, you kind of like hook the hammer in and tear it down towards the floor, and you see this huge fiery spider in front of you.
Oh, fuck, that's not ideal.
Hells yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Jamie, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. Okay. Now, okay. Oh, alright. I packed a lot of fire spells and I don't know. I feel like I've been so limited with using them so far. Big fiery spider seems to like the fact that it's covered in fire, right?
I
Yeah.
follow that logic.
Hey, it may only just be
Fucking hell.
reduced damage.
Yeah, I know.
Totally not immune.
Okay, I am going to. Do I have a clear shot from outside the doorway? Do I have to step in?
I think that you would have to step in because there is a giant wrapped up zombie and also Cleft in front of you.
Yeah, agreed. Okay. And how far away from the doorway frame is this spider?
I would say at this point it is probably 15 feet away from the door.
I want to. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, okay. I'll step in. I'd step in and sort of move to the left to hug the wall and stay like as far away as possible as I can.
Yep.
And I will cast Chromatic Orb.
Ooh.
So I would kind of again get out my stiletto dagger, but I would hold it by the blade, pointing it out so that the like obsidian little stone is pointing towards the spider, and then would light up and shoot out a spherical ball of. I feel like go for thunder damage.
Okay.
I feel
okay.
like I'm gonna go safe and play thunder. I don't want to do fire, and I don't want to do cold.
Oh really? Okay.
Okay. You know, I feel like it was just. Anyway, that's what I call it. That's what I'm doing. Oh, that's okay. 15.
That hits. Yeah.
Oh, great. So it is 3d8 damage. So let me just get my.
How big is this spider in terms of like dimensions?
This creature is large. Its legs kind of tendril out.
Double 8s and a 4, so 20 damage.
20 damage. So with that chromatic orb, you send this spell cascading towards the creature. The rippling thunder tears into the arachnid in front of you, and you watch as it kind of like blasts through the fire inside of this creature that seems to keep it alive, kind of extinguishing under the giant like wind gust that is the thunder wave. And now it's much smaller because it's all its legs go as it like shrinks in and dies.
Looks a little less scary now, doesn't it?
Are there any other spiders in here?
You can make a perception check on your turn. Lauren, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, okay.
Oh no, dang it. It's still an initiative. I'm hanging out inside, that's where all the cool kids are.
You're allowed to go into the other room if you want. You don't have to hang out with these nerds.
I'm not going in, but I'm gonna like put my head. You know when a kid like looks around a door and like looks up, and I'm just gonna like look up into the ceiling and be like.
Cool. So for your bonus action, you can make a perception check.
What can I see? Yeah,
Make a perception check for me, please.
Oh, I failed that. It's 7.
Cool. We got a 6. So on you look up, and instead of to the left where everyone else is looking, you look to the right, and in the back of the room, you see the companion to the spider in front of you.
Is it
Yeah. And I like wrap myself like back around the door.
You can go in the other room if you so choose.
I won't bail on everyone, but I'm just not stepping into the room.
Okay.
But I am telling everyone it's there.
it's another spider?
It's another spider, yeah.
Okay, right.
Cool.
Is it also on fire?
Yes.
Elementary. It's an ice spider.
It's an ice spider. No, it's another fire spider. So with that, Matt, it is your turn. What are you and your zombie doing?
Well, can after taking this fire damage, does it seem possible for Gary to just kind of like get himself free?
He can make a strength check.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's try that then. Gary he's a +1, and that's a 3.
So he tries to pull against the flaming web, but doesn't quite seem to burst the webbing.
Would he also be able? Would he be able to like pat out the flame?
No, it seems to come from the webbing itself.
Damn. Okay. That would have been Greta's bonus action. She does kind of care about this freaking zombie though. Can Greta use frostbite on the webbing?
Ooh.
To either like remove it or at least chill it?
Yes. It's a dexterity saving throw, right?
Constitution.
Constitution.
So I don't know how
Well,
that's gonna work.
It doesn't have it, so it immediately fails. So go ahead and roll damage for me.
Cool. Yeah. So it's 2d6, but also it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll. I don't know. If
Great. I'm sure
this webbing will keep that in mind.
Yeah. You should. Yeah, it should. 2d6. Which dice do I want to roll? Let's roll these two.
It was such an
7 damage.
7 points of damage. So you successfully, Greta walks over, casting out this ray of frost, and just kind of freezes and shatters the cocoon of webbing around Gary.
Gary, you've gotten yourself in a bit of a pickle, haven't you? All right, get out. Get out there and go have some fun.
And then can I also just like have him kind of move out as well, move out of the doorway closer towards the other spider?
So he can go and get right underneath the spider there.
Yeah, okay. Sweet.
Cool. With that, it is the spider's turn. This guy just lumbered over, but he didn't do anything. The one with the orb
just
did
kind of standing there like,
so you watch as this spider scuttles across the roof towards the man with the glowing stick. And he is going to... Nope. He's going to try and shoot fiery webbing at you. Does a... That's going to hit. 23 hit.
Yeah, that hit.
Cool. So you are now restrained by flaming webbing. You are going to take 3 points of fire damage at the start of your turn, and you are restrained.
At the start of my turn, though. I mean,
The damage is at the start of your turn, yeah. Cool. Alright, that is the end of its turn, but it is more over the heads of both Callum and Cleft. Callum? No. Callium. Callium. So, with that, Cleft, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So it's just overhead.
It's not quite directly overhead, but it's pretty close.
I can move in the distance, so I'm going to fucking hit it with my hammer.
Alright, make an attack roll for me, please.
And I'm going to attempt to do the same thing where I hook it off the roof with the bonus action. With a 19, hit your spider.
It does.
can he kind of do it out of order so he can like hook it down first and then have...
Sure. You take an attack? Yeah.
Damage. Oh, fucking A, that's a 13.
13
Oh, no,
points.
wait, no, fuck. Oh, no, sorry, I misread that. Yeah, 13. I thought I had extra
13.
damage. That's critical.
Points of damage. Awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah, same as last time.
And I will use my second attack to hit the fucking spider with my fucking hammer again, because I'm a simple guy and I really like to hit things with my hammer.
Awesome.
21 to hit.
That hits. Please go ahead and roll damage.
Let's go.
That will be a 6 for damage.
6 points of damage. Nice. Anything else? Any more movement?
I think I'll make sure I'm out of the way of anyone else who wants to hit a spider. Outside of that, I believe all my actions are done.
Yeah, awesome. So, Jamie, Callium is wrapped up in flaming web. It's hot. It's spicy. What are we going to do?
Righty, so first thing is to take the 3 points of damage. Restrained, I know that gives you disadvantage on attacks. Is it melee and ranged, or and spells? Or is it just
So, as you're restrained, I would say for spells, you can use spells that only have verbal components, because you're like literally bound. So I'll let you have free reign with your spells if they're verbal. As for melee attacks, if you're making an attack against the web, it's fine. If you're trying to attack something else, you will definitely have disadvantages. You have to like shimmy over to it and body slam into it.
But so with spells that do have a somatic component, I just can't do those at all, or I have disadvantage.
You would have disadvantage.
Okay, fair. I am going to just attempt to fireball at it. So I think you would see it as well. You'd see sort of Callium, as you kind of see that fire singe into him, at them like doesn't seem too affected as he like kind of curls and forms. He uses a fire from the web to sort of form a sphere in his own hand and tries to lob it up.
Cool.
But at disadvantage. Wait, sorry, is the spider still on the ceiling? Or is it...
The spider's now on the floor.
Okay, so lobs it forward. Okay, so 15 and 14 hit.
So the spider or the web?
I'm trying to shoot the spider.
Ah, yeah, so that hits.
14 hits.
Yep, 14 hits, just.
Okay. 15 points of fire damage.
15 points of fire damage. Cool. So you think that you have cast a particularly powerful version of your spell, but as it impacts on the creature, it doesn't do as much damage as you had initially anticipated.
Is this spider like visibly bigger than the first one?
Not particularly, no. It's kind of all of the same dimensions.
They've killed one, we can get another.
Can't really do anything with my bonus action. Alright, we're good.
Awesome. That guy's dead. Lauren, it's Doug's turn. There was another spider in that room.
Yeah, I'm not loving it, but now it's on the floor, I feel slightly less creeped out, so I am going to go in and hit it.
Cool. So you race in, dodging your companions to hit the spider on the ground. Make an attack roll for me, please.
15.
That hits. Please go ahead and roll damage. 6. Awesome. So with that, you finish this spider off. You watch as the hot coal-like eyes kind of dissipate, turn from that bright red into a dark black muted color. The corpse of the spider seeming to singe and become ashen. And with that, we are out of combat.
Yippee! Does the web go out as it dies?
The web
Yeah, mine's
remains.
restrained.
You are still restrained.
I will walk over and rip the web off.
Can I get an attack roll, please?
Ooh, unarmed?
Can I?
Sure. Yeah, make an unarmed strike against it.
Ooh, 11.
Don't like where this is going.
That hits. Please roll some damage.
Oh, it says undefined 4. I don't know if I have done that incorrectly or not.
Cool. I'm going to say bludgeoning damage then. So you slam into this web, trying to like break it open, and it's coming, but not as quickly as you'd expected.
Yeah, dear, come on, I'll get you.
And I'll cast Frostbite again.
Yeah, cool. Can I get an attack roll, please, and some damage?
It's Constitution.
Oh,
check.
Constitution. So it's fails. Yep.
6 damage.
6 points of damage. So with that, you touch the web. The cold shooting across it becomes brittle and breaks away.
Awesome.
I'm free.
Yeah, free.
Yep. You're free.
Thank you, Gren. Thank you.
No worries, my sweetie. Okay.
Can I wander over to the bookshelf? Is there
Yes,
anything
you
of
can.
interest?
Can I get a perception check or an investigation check?
Investigation,
Can I
please.
I assist?
Yes, you certainly can. Yeah.
Yep. I got rolled 2 19s for a 26.
Cool. So you notice that one of the books here is undamaged. The rest of them seem to be suffering from different levels of being cooked or straight up being burnt. This book is the Wizard's Spellbook and contains 3 spells you can add to your spell list. That of Detect Magic, Identify, and Arcane Lock. You also find a scroll for Identify.
Okay, cool.
Meandering around the room, do I find anything that would interest me, i.e. not books?
You see mostly broken lab equipment. Vials of what was once liquid that seems to have been like crusted onto the bottom of things. They've been cooked for too long and the moisture has been removed from them. But you do see a door at the back of the room.
Ooh, guys found another door.
Oh, alright, I'll come on over.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary. Gary, come here. Got something for you.
What do you want with Gary? I don't like that attitude.
Well, no, he did so well last time.
Oh, hang on.
Got another door.
Can Gary take healing potions? Because he should probably be healed up before he goes through another door.
He should.
He
Gary?
can't. But
Oh, alright.
Oh, okay. So then DM
Mm-hmm.
DM rule. With my grim, whatever the frick it's
Psychometry?
called. No. With the grim harvest.
Okay.
Which is where I regain HP when I kill something. Can I transfer that to him instead? To a summon?
Sure. That's funny.
I mean, you don't have to.
No,
but
it's
yeah,
funny.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay.
he'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Gary, go open the door for Doug.
So you.
Oh, also, does anyone want any? Did you? Callium, do you like detect magic or identify or arcane lock? Wait, hold on. You're a sorcerer, aren't you?
Yeah, those would be of no use to me, but thank you for asking.
Those bastards, it's talent, isn't it? None of the hard work from proper wizard. But maybe this scroll.
I'm gonna hand you the identify scroll that was there.
Thank you, Granny. I'll take this one.
Okay. Yep.
Cool.
And then Gary will walk over, trundle over, and hit the next door.
The rear wall of this small room is lined with sturdy-looking wooden shelves. Clearly, these were once laden with bottles and glass vials, but over the many years, they've been reduced to glittering shards of glass on the floor. There's a flicker of movement among the wreckage, and you see a small black rat lapping at the last remnants of a liquid left in a shattered, dark blue bottle.
Well, that can only end well.
Well, is this the last one?
Yeah, I was paid to kill rats. Unless anyone objects, I'm gonna hit it with my hammer.
Is it a big boy or a little boy?
It is currently a little one, but as you kind of like get closer, you do see that the label of the bottle starts to reads of enlargement.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit it with my hammer.
It was the classic, like, it rolled perfectly into camera frame.
Okay. Enlarged. Yeah.
Yeah. Smash it.
Smash it. Can I roll attack?
Yeah. Make an attack roll for me.
Oh dear. Oh, that's a low roll. I got an 8.
Yeah, so you go to slam into
It's
this
really
rat,
small, guys.
and it
It's hard to hit.
stalks and races across the floor. You see as a couple of the other like bottles start to move and wiggle around. One of them says "Essence of Fight," and then kind of is like a broken label as it squawks and tries to leave the room. Everybody gets an attack of opportunity as this rat tries to leave. Well, everybody except Cleft. Yeah, cool. Make an attack roll.
Firebolt.
A 25.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
22.
Yeah,
I
so
got 13.
as you punch down into this rat, a huge cascading fireball impacts into the same place. Can I get you to take 4 points of fire damage from the fireball that was leveled at the rat you were punching?
Not bad.
You did what?
So Granny cast Firebolt at the same time that our monk decided to punch the rat. What attack roll were you making for the rat? Was it just to step on it?
Me?
Yeah, you said you got an 11, right?
I mean, if I saw this all happening, I probably wouldn't have, but I think reactively I was gonna like swipe at it with the dagger.
Cool. So you go to swipe at it with the dagger. Can I get you to roll damage as well for me, please?
Roll damage?
Yeah.
No, don't stab me.
2 slashing damage.
So you're going to take 1 point of slashing damage as this knife slices through the air where once there was a rat, there's now a fiery fist.
I can just imagine just like the comedy of errors, like.
Oh, I've got it.
Hey.
Oh, bang! Ash! So did the rat die?
The rat is so dead.
Okay, cool.
I think we should hit it again to make sure.
What is all yours?
You see that there are on the shelves, though, 2 two potion bottles with a shiny red liquid inside of it, one with a kind of cloudy one with it, and I actually don't know what color this potion is. And another potion bottle.
I take
Are
them out.
they sealed?
They
Clearly
are all
they just
still
have a little
sealed.
gate to know all of the colors of the potions.
Do you guys know what these are? I'm holding them up to you two.
In my experience, employers normally like to get random things like that back. But then again, he did say we could keep what we want. So no, I got no fucking clue. It's all yours.
So you do turn them around and see that they are labeled in a very neat script. They are labeled potions of healing, potion of healing, potion of invisibility, and potion of vitality.
Ooh. I would love it if like Doug was holding them up so that the labels were perfectly facing away from him, and like just like, oh, do you guys know what these are? And it's like, oh, we can see the label that's just there. What does a potion of vitality do?
So when you drink this, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend. The potion's crimson liquid, thank you, regularly pulses with a dim light, calling to mind a heartbeat.
It looks like there's a couple of potions of heal on there. I spent a couple downstairs.
And drink the invisibility potion.
Okay, you are now invisible. So, cool. I think it's advantage on your stealth checks.
Yep. Does this?
Did you say there was a puddle of blue liquid where the bottle of enlargement was?
Yes, there was.
Can I like go inspect it?
Yes, you can. So you're invisible. Sorry, you're invisible for an hour. Yeah, sure. So you're going to lick your finger with this enlargement potion.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just let me have a check. Can I get? Okay. So.
Wait, how tall are you?
Me, like
Before or after?
sized.
Yeah, like
We'll see.
if a rat goes from like rat size to like dog size.
But he had a smidge, not a vial.
So, you are under the effect of the enlarge spell. You are doubled in all dimensions and weigh 8 times as much as you previously did. So, you are now 12 feet tall. You are 12 feet. The room is. Where did I put my notes? The room is about 15 feet by 30 feet. Is a storeroom space behind. It's quite large.
Right, is the door we came through?
Just about 6 foot tall. It's gonna be a struggle for you to get through it, given you're also twice as wide. Aren't I glad that I looked up the size and weight of every race in case somebody asked me? Because that's what you guys do. So you now weigh 320, what is it, 6 pounds.
I'm not
So
sure
that
I can
makes
throw
you
it
like
anymore.
100 and something kilos? About 140, 60 kilos.
Callium, don't move. Just let us leave the room for a sec, okay? Just give us a hot minute.
You're
Yeah,
invisible.
duck out.
You're
in disembodied voice echoing through this chamber because you are invisible.
I know. That's perfect. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. We need to leave. Don't knock any of us over. Can't even see me. Hold up.
I'm not moving. Like my voice would be like.
Considerably deeper.
Considerably deeper.
I leave the room to get out of harm's way.
Cool.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Awesome. So you're just
Is it-
heading back into the
Hardcore?
main chamber. Well, the enlarge reduce spell lasts for an hour, but you just licked floor potion, didn't you?
Lasts for an hour? Not a minute, that's cracked.
Floor
The,
potion. Old floor potion. You drank
old
old
floor potion.
I would like to
point that out again.
I would just like to point out that when food goes past its best before day, it just like loses its potency, not increases.
When medicine goes past its use by date, various things happen for chemical interaction reasons. Can I get you to roll a d4 for me, please?
I don't like that there's only 4. Ah, 2.
Cool. So you were going to stay enlarged for 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Ah. It was kind. It was blessed. Thank you.
So you remain large and uncomfortable in this storage room for 2 minutes before you start to feel yourself shrinking back down into your normal shape. You think that you, based on how tight your clothes are feeling though, you're probably slightly taller than you were before. Like 6'2" instead of 6 foot.
Oh, nice. So I got rewarded for the stupidity.
Does this room go elsewhere, or does
This room goes no further. If you want to continue to explore this dungeon, you must go back the way you came to the other door on the corridor.
Well, whilst we're waiting
Oh,
for
okay.
Callium to shrink, I might encourage Gary, with permission from Greta, to go and check the other door.
Okay. let's go.
Greta, you mind if I take Gary to go open a mystery door?
Well, I'm not a big fan of potions. I don't like 'em. They're not good spellcraft. Anyway, yeah, let's go into this next room.
Cool.
Okay.
So you gently and hesitantly this time open the door. In the center,
Yeah, Gary's doing that.
Gary opens the door. In the center of the room, this small room ahead of you, see a large stone well topped with a wooden handle and the rotten remains of a heavily frayed rope descending into its shaft. At the far right corner, the ceiling is slightly collapsed and a narrow shaft of weak light shines through the hole. To the far left is a plain wooden table crusted with dirt and dust and laden with old plates and buckets and other strange pieces of tableware.
Ooh, is this silverware?
Yeah. Make a perception check on the silverware.
Yes, sir. If I could put it in.
Or investigation.
Or investigation?
Or investigation.
10.
You think that these would be worth some money when they're cleaned up? It might be tarnished silver, or it could not be.
Pop them into my bag. I got them.
Yeah, cool.
Come on.
So
Is there
above,
anything else in the room?
make a perception check. Are you moving quietly?
Ooh, that's a
Can I
suspicious
specifically
question.
look for things on the roof?
You certainly can make a perception check on the roof.
I got a nat 1.
That
Can I do an
one,
investigation?
you don't see anything. No, you perception check only.
Perception.
Was that with an advantage?
Nope, you guys are both rolling separately.
Ooh, 18.
18? So you scan the roof and don't see anything on the roof at all.
Roof's good, guys.
Yes, you can. And as you look into the well, you see 3 giant centipedes start scuttling their way up the side.
Right. I'm going to pull back really, really quickly and give everyone a quick heads up. Guys, company.
Cool. Can I get you to roll initiative for me, please?
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Accurate.
Oh, that is another 20 for 22.
Damn, boy.
Funny day.
I'm going downhill with my rolls.
Same.
I'm only getting multiples of 5.
Cool. Cool. Who only wombat above a 20? Anyone above a 15? Guys. Oh, so you got a 5, did you?
5.
Okay.
10 out of 10. Again.
An 8.
An 8.
Sorry?
Cool. Wombat, it is your turn. You can race over to the well and see 3 giant centipedes scuttling their way up the sides of the well.
Can I reach him with my hammer?
Not for this first round, you can't.
I'm gonna pick up one of my smaller hammers and yeet it down at the fucker.
Alright, make an attack roll for me, please.
But there was a withered rope, so it's just like, it's just
Yeah.
splayed out.
Do I get any
Yeah.
advantage because I'm throwing straight down?
Nope. You're trying to throw into a very narrow, like, chasm.
Yeah, I feel like the bubble don't. It's an 11.
That's an 11. So you go to hurl this hammer down, and you massively overshoot this creature that's trying to stick to the inside of the wall as it scuttles up. You have now lost a hammer. So please remove one from your inventory. Unless you decide to go swimming.
Yeah, maybe later.
Cool.
I get 2 attacks per action, so I can throw a second one, right?
Yeah.
Then I'll throw another hammer. Let me just finish deleting the first one.
How many hammers do you have?
I put 10 light hammers in my inventory.
10. Damn.
10.
I thought I'd be throwing a lot more hammers. Oh, fuck me, it's another 11. Alright, bye, hammer.
So
Alright, he's down to 8.
cool. Bonus action?
You'll be throwing a lot more hammers.
Can I throw a hammer as a bonus action?
Sure. This one at disadvantage, though.
Oh, this will go fucking well.
Surely it's advantage. She's got some skill now.
It's a 24 and
With
a
this
19.
disadvantage, Jesus.
24
Okay.
and 19.
Cool.
Why does he roll better with disadvantage?
I don't know. Cool.
Right.
Roll your damage for me, please.
7.
Cool. So you now lock your eye in. You get this hammer. You drop it above where this creature is just trying to make its way up the side. You manage to catch the creature as you do so, and completely slice it away from the wall with this hammer as it kind of falls back and does the back down into the depths of this well before you hear moments later the splash into the water and a kind of warp.
Guys, I think I got one.
Cool. So this second centipede races its way up towards the top of the well. I think Wombat, you're going to be the only person that's close enough.
The main thing is that Gary is not taking it. He doesn't deserve it. I will happily stand here if it means that Gary is safe.
Gary's kind of standing unknowingly in the middle of the room.
Cool. So that is, where is my giant? Does a 19 hit?
Ouch, yeah, that hits.
You're going to take 4 points of piercing damage. Can I get you to make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Constitution saving. 15.
15. Cool. So you realize that there is some kind of paralytic in the bite, but you stand strong.
Guys, don't let the fuckers bite you. They've got some sort of paralytic in them.
Is that what the potion of vitality is for? Okay, alright.
What could you possibly mean?
Yeah, sorry, just for flavor, Gary is standing oblivious, but is standing just slightly behind you.
Cool.
For Klep's
So,
breath.
facial awareness.
Alright, Matt, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Whoa, damn, okay, I forgot about that. Wait, what is this? There's still 2 centipedes left, right?
2 centipedes left, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to kind of Greta's gonna stand there and with her large spell book in front of her, kind of just slightly floating out of her hands, and she's gonna spit as her eyes kind of go black. She's gonna spit at one of the centipedes and cast Ray of Sickness.
Oh, cool. So,
It is an attack roll. Does a 16 hit?
yes, it does. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Yippee. And also I would need you to it must make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw. I suspect with a rolled 4, we are not getting very far. That's a
No.
5.
It is also poisoned until the end of its turn. It also takes 5 damage. 5
points of damage. So you spit out this sickness towards the centipede that was attacking Wombat, seeming to go for Gary. And you watch as it kind of like goes through an incredibly abrupt process of decay as you watch as it starts to like rot away, its shell falls apart and the creature like disintegrates in front of your eyes piece by piece, and it splashes back down into the water.
I'm not sure I'm feeling breakfast anymore.
Cool. Bonus action?
Ooh. Okay, sorry. I dealt 5 damage,
Mm-hmm.
and I killed it with a necromantic spell, which was level 1. With my Grim Harvest, I get 3 health back. Can I transfer that to
Gary?
to Gary, as he's like kind of like?
Yeah. So you guys watch as Gary starts to look like healthier, little less
Well, I
mushy.
think the burn marks across his like arms, I think, as he was restrained, start to heal through. You can now see that because they've burnt through the. Sadly, it's burnt through the knitwear. But then he's also gonna, for my bonus action, I'm gonna command him to attack the other centipede. Is it still coming up the?
Still coming
well?
up out of the well, but you can ready an action for its arrival.
Can I hand him a
I'll
hammer
do
to throw?
No, that will be an action. So,
Nope, don't do that. He's not very dexterous.
cool. So, Lauren, it is your
doesn't have the
turn.
coordination
What
to
would you
pick up
like
the
to do?
hammer.
Is the centipede out of the well?
Not yet. It's still in the well.
Like, is it within hitting range?
Of a unarmed strike? No, not yet. It's not in melee range.
You can hold your action and wait for it to come
You
out.
can hold your
We'll
action.
all just like pummel it as it comes out.
Yeah, that's kind of my vibe. I'll do that.
Cool. So you hold your action. I mean, it then races to the top of the well. We've got 2 held actions. Let's go for our zombie friend first.
Yippee!
This poor thing's gonna like perk its head out and just be like, nah.
That's a 24 to hit.
That hits! Jesus Christ!
Not really well. But he does 4 damage.
Yeah, so with that, he slams his fist straight through the centipede, knocking it back down into the well.
Hell yeah.
And we will end combat there. Sorry, Laurie, you didn't get an action.
To be fair, isn't she still invisible? We don't even know she's in combat.
This is true. No one knows where you are.
And you haven't broken your invisibility either.
By doing an action or casting a spell.
Oh, does that break invisibility?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cool. So you cast your eyes around this room, and aside from the pilfered silverware, there's nothing else particularly exciting here. You feel
Any
like...
doors?
Nope, there's no other doors. It goes no further.
quick, chicken. Has anyone seen Doug? Are you still with us?
Don't worry. I'm
He's
gonna
somewhere in the
climb onto
walls.
your back.
Doug, is that
And,
you?
like, yeah, and then like sit on your shoulders.
Alright, just tell me if you're gonna grab a hammer. I'll throw my balance off.
Okay.
Cool. As you make your way out of this, can I get a dexterity check from both Doug and Cleft as you encounter
As in
a
that
door
exiting the
frame?
room?
Yep.
Before we do that,
Yeah.
am I allowed to ask our magic-friendly friends if either of them have mage hand and would like to go fishing for me?
No, I don't. I've only got Gary, and he can't swim.
Gallium, you happy to go fishing for me? I got 3 hammers down there. Would you mind seeing if you could grab anything for me?
I can certainly give it a try. How deep's the hole?
So as you look down into the well, you see that it is at least 50 feet deep before the standing water level.
Not very much.
Someone's gonna have to dangle me down if I'm gonna reach it with my mage hand.
Oh hell.
I mean, I've got some rope. I'm happy to tie it around you, and we can like leverage that, and we can dip you down.
Yep. I mean, I always find that Gary's a very good anchor point.
Yeah, I think me and Gary, we should be good.
Sure, I'll give you a hand. You can try to get you hammers if you really, really need them.
I'd like them.
How many
I
more
can
do you
go
have
buy more if you're too worried about it. Or if we're worried about the time, then I will just skip this.
How much rope do you
No,
have?
no.
I'm gonna get
Ah,
off Cliff's
that's an
shoulders while
excellent
this is
question.
happening.
How much rope?
You're
do I
going to
need?
get on or off?
Off.
Cool.
I have about 30 foot reach with
How long?
my
How
mage
close
hand
do you
spell.
need to be for mage hand? 30 foot. You only
30
need to go
feet.
down 20. It's fine.
So
But
it
it's
is 50 feet down to the water's surface.
Oh.
Alright, I'll
wait,
lose
no,
the
it's-
hammers.
sorry. There's already a rope that's dangling down, isn't it?
Yes, it's frayed and rotting, yeah.
Oh,
That's
doesn't mean
alright,
it's
I'll
not
lose the
good.
hammers.
Rope.
Just
Is it-
because it's
sorry.
old doesn't mean it's bad. I want
This
everyone
rope
to
that's
know that.
dangling down. So is it going all the way down or is it snapped off?
It's frayed and there is like I'm gonna say like 60% of the rope makes it to the water, but it's certainly like fraying on the way down.
Okay, so we
Guys,
can see the
I
end
have-
of it.
Guys, I have 50 foot of rope. It's fine. I can get you to the water level.
That was going to be my next point. But
Let's do
Also,
this. I start
perhaps-
pulling out my rope.
Perhaps
Hang on, Clef. Not that I don't want to help you out. However, I do think we need to think about this a little bit more carefully. We have no idea what other creepy crawlies are down there. As much as I understand these hammers are really important for you, I don't know how much luck we're gonna have finding them. And I don't
Oh, it's
want
alright.
any
I have no sentimental value behind them. I just like to carry a lot of them in case I need to throw things because they're too far away to hit with my big hammer.
Fantastic. Okay.
Fine,
Happy to keep
mate.
going then?
There's nowhere else
Yep,
to keep
let's
going.
go.
Go back. There's nothing else. We're just going back to drink.
it was.
Did Doug
Was
say
it
they
just
got
no other
off my
tunnel
shoulders, or are
used?
we still... Sorry?
I thought there was like a pathway we didn't go down.
This was the path. This was the door you hadn't taken.
There's nothing else.
Oh, interesting.
Go into the
Interesting,
well.
Sorry.
Go into the well. Go into the well.
I feel like it would go into the well,
Anyone
but
have water
the DM already said that we were just going to leave the room because there's nothing else in the room.
Yeah.
The
But I don't know if
let's
that's just
play
deep.
stay for another 2 hours.
Wow, I didn't know you were that needy to play D&D.
Oh, I definitely am. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. I'm willing. So you know how you said that it's a 50-foot drop before it gets to the water. Do we get the sense from looking down to the well that like it opens into like an expanse? Or is the well all the way down?
Make an investigation check for me, please.
Sure.
Can
While
I
you're thinking
make
this
one with
through-
advantage if I have 60 feet of dark vision?
18.
No.
I would also be sending my dancing lights down.
Yeah, fair.
I got an
18?
If you
And
got
what,
an 18, I'm not gonna worry.
what do you say, Lauren?
While you're all contemplating and like gazing at the well and like trying to suss this out, I'm tying my rope to your ankle.
18. Whose
The
ankle?
cleft ankle.
Your ankle.
Me.
Yeah. Can I get a sleight of hand check to see if they notice? So, sleight of hand,
like,
please.
Does Doug get advantage because
I'm-
they're
I'm
invisible?
not trying to do it like subtly. Like I'm fully like I'm invisible, yes, but I'm not trying to be subtle about tying it to your ankles.
Also, if we
Also-
if we sent the dancing lights into the water, would we be able to see anything more?
Surely not.
If that's what you were doing, you're welcome to walk that through, but do you want to hear what your 18 got you first? So you have your dancing lights cascading down about halfway down this tube, stone shaft. And you see at the bottom of this well is not so much a cavern or a cavernous space, but just a further 10 feet of water below that, of which has a silty, kind of murky bottom. It opens a little bit wider underneath, but not by much. Goes from 10 foot wide to being maybe 20 feet wide, but...
If you needed a sleight of hand, it was 23, but I'm not trying to be stealthy.
I think like peering over the edge, looking into the dark, murky water.
This looks
gonna-
like a similar place to where Ruffle died.
Can not so subtly place a hand on Greta, like preventing her from accidentally going over, just that slight bit of pullback.
Yeah, I think it's the classic, like she's like the like kind of got her nose over the edge.
And I would just hand the other end of the rope to Clef, being like, ready to go.
So this is tied around me at the moment. Me or Claire?
You,
Tied around
tied
you.
around your ankle.
Great. So, okay. So I don't notice the 23 I'm assuming.
No, you wouldn't. Not unless you have the alert feed.
No.
Hey Greta, get Gary to put him in. We're ready.
Oh, what's going on here?
Get Gary to put Callum in the well. We're ready.
Oh, Callum, do you want to go to the
What?
well?
Sorry?
We're ready. Let's go. Get in the
Gary is very ready to pick you up right now.
I will reluctantly go down, seeing the rope cut on my feet. Like, what the fuck?
Cool. Is Gary just gonna drop him over the other
side, or is he gonna like?
Are
I
you?
would like to be like abseil down, I imagine.
I know,
Okay.
but like Gary would be like holding you over the edge, upright. So your feet are attached here, but you are being lowered, and you would fall forwards. But I think that if you have a moment to adjust yourself.
I feel like
Team
surely I would like catch out on the ledge.
team rope holding. How are you doing this slowly and delicately, or are you just being like, be free, catch?
And
I would
let
love to
everyone
say-
know it's a 50-foot drop onto a flat body of water.
I would love to say free
figure it
drop,
out,
but I feel like I'm going to give myself that 11 of intelligence is just enough to say maybe slowly lower him down.
Okay. So you after the initial zombie drop, you managed to correct yourself, and you are lowered slowly down towards the surface of the water until you are about 10 feet above it.
Alright, mate, can you see the hammers from there?
Can I see any hammers in the water at all?
Make a perception or investigation check, but with disadvantage for me for the murky water.
2 and a natural 20. So total of investigation
Yeah.
5.
5. So you glance around, you can't really see anything. The water is cloudy and murky and has been stirred up recently by 3 bodies and 3 hammers dropping into it. So there's not a lot to be making out there. You do think for a second you catch a glint of something and then it moves, so you don't think it's a hammer.
Guys, there's something moving down here.
You want to cast Fireball at it?
I don't want to aggravate it. Can I look around? So it's just a well. It doesn't open up into anything. It's the well all the way down, body of water.
Yep.
Can I stick my face? Wait.
Here we go.
You need more rope.
Do you need me to drop some more enlarging potion down?
But thank you.
We can't
1
pull them back up.
second. The water, is it like stagnant? Like, do I get the sense that it definitely contains lots of like bacteria and disease and just filth? Do I get the sense that it would be stupid to put my face under?
It doesn't immediately scream filthy, dirty bog water. This is, but it is stagnant water, so it's a little bit, and all of the stuff has been recently churned up.
Okay, I'll pop it. I'll put my face in and see if I can like look deeper or look down and see if I can see like any passageway or tunnel that opens up whilst also keeping out a further eye for those hammers.
Cool. Make an investigation or perception roll for me, please.
Would my lights be like holding?
I assume that your dancing lights are there. I can't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, okay.
They are magical lights, not torches.
Is this still at disadvantage?
No, this is it straight.
Let me drop some torch down there for him.
I'm not doing that.
12.
12? As you cast your eyes around, you see that there's only like 20 feet of water kind of around in this scenario. And that even at the walls you can glance, it doesn't look like that there are any tunnels or passageways that lead in or out of this space. And in fact, all of the walls seem to be earthen, like this is just a normal well.
Right. And do I see the hammers or not? Those are all gone.
You also looking for the hammers?
Like, obviously, I know I might not be able to do too much, but if I'm sticking my face in, I'd be, I don't know, seeing if I could get lucky.
Yeah, so you catch a glimpse of one of them in the dirt, pretty much directly beneath under. Yeah, cool. Can I get a d20 roll, but add your spellcaster modifier and your proficiency for me?
18.
18? Yeah, so you managed to scoop up the hammer relatively easily, although the weight of the hammer does give your hand a little bit of a struggle as it very kind of slowly is pulling it up, as it's slightly over the 5-pound limit, I think, right?
It is 2 pounds.
Oh, 2 pounds, okay, then pulls it up fine. No drums whatsoever.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna tug on the rope. Pull me up.
Alright, with one hand, I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out my potion of Hill Giant Strength and consume that, and then I'm going to start pulling this rope up.
Cool. You are currently assisted by a zombie and a monk. It would behoove me to remind you that is a very expensive potion, and therefore it is likely you would not need it in this situation.
I could definitely imagine, like, Gary's just kind of he's pulling, but then his whole body gets slid along. No,
Yeah,
but
so if you would like to consume it, you can, but it is a relatively rare potion and it is expensive, so I don't think that this situation is calling for that.
I mean, I feel like if I don't take it now, I'm not gonna have a chance all night. I kept meaning to take it before I hit the spiders and forgot every fucking turn.
Sure, take your potion then.
How do I make it work?
Why did your...
Ooh, other modifiers. Override score.
Clearest
he's got a
ASMR whispered her.
got a nice microphone. No, he's got a proper setup, is what it's got. I think.
Old camera up there, whole soundboard, got everything. I don't play with much here, but
So
got
your
all the
strength score is 21 for the next hour. Cool.
Yes.
So that gives you the maximum bonus. Can I get you to roll a strength roll for me, please?
Yeah.
Just a normal strength roll?
Yep.
Or not athletics or anything?
Nope. Just strength. You have.
I think
18.
Yeah. Cool.
as Gary is pulling on the rope, he is getting dragged slowly backwards because he's slow with his pulls, but he's got the strength for it.
Yeah,
And then he's getting pulled back by someone else much
Really
stronger behind him.
much stronger. So you are slowly pulling a zombie towards you as you pulling this rope up with quite a bit of speed as it climbs upwards. And Callium, you are reefed up. You go with speed up, almost shooting out of this tunnel as you approach the edge. Before it slows down just enough for you to be able to like catch the edge and like pull yourself the rest of the way up.
Myself up, like with the hammer in hand as well, and like kind of loose grip of it, thing to the ground. Found one. Ooh, it's not.
Alright, nice work. Should we send you back down for the other two?
Did you stick
I
your
don't know.
face in the water? That's probably not a good idea, Dale.
That should be fine. If not, we got a potion for it.
What sort of potion do you need?
If everything goes wrong, I can bring you back.
I
But
get
that's
it.
about it.
I did have a look though. I couldn't see any more passageways or any path that would lead forward or thing. It's just a empty barren well.
Right, well, I'd say we've done our job then. Unless we've missed the door somewhere.
I think we're clear. Let's go drink.
There's another hole that needs making.
Greta, did you still want to pull that inscription out of the wall?
Ah, no, it's too much effort. I just want to drink now.
Cool.
There's a lot of hoopla for not much effort, you know. Someone of my caliber, or of our caliber, you know, we should be trying to do a lot more.
We can next time.
I hope to see you fellas all around. We're doing a pretty good job here as a team, I think.
Hey, to run into you sometime in the future.
Ragtag as we are.
No, we should stick together. We'll continue our adventures like a true troop.
Okay, I'm assuming you guys are walking and talking.
Yeah.
Yes. Although when we get to the drinking later in the night, I will definitely be coming back down and trying to take that inscription for myself.
Cool. We'll get to that in a second. So you guys return up to the cellar door, and you see Glowkindle waiting there incredibly nervously. He runs you through a series of questions of like, what's down there, what did you encounter, what does he need to look out for, before handing
A lot
you
of innards.
guys 25 gold pieces each.
Ooh, thank you, dear.
And setting out a table specifically for you in a separate room, away from all of the other guests, so you can enjoy your night. Yes.
When we arrive, am I still invisible?
Yes.
Are we all in on the joke to tell him that Doug's dead?
What?
I like this
So
idea.
Doug's spirit has separated from Doug's body and is now still owed 25 gold and still must drink on behalf of Doug.
Glowkindle, I am one with
Yes.
the dead, as you can tell.
Yes, I was
I
getting
can
that.
still hear Doug's spirit with us, so you should, so not to upset their spirit, you should place their part in my hands and set them at table, and where their spirit will drink with us and enjoy the night. However, their body may they rest at the bottom of a well.
So I should be cleaning the well as well, then. Yeah? It's a real issue. Right. I guess.
Not a clean well, that's for sure.
Right.
Oh, don't clean up the It's not fucking marble. What did we put on those plates? Don't pick that up or you might
Oh, yeah,
die.
there's some mason
Masonry.
stones.
That's the one.
We
Just leave those
fixed
there.
Yeah,
a trap.
I imagine we would relay the fact that we found like a hidden. I don't know what you would call it, like alchemical lab underneath their brewery. I don't know if that was known to them. I feel like it wasn't.
It wasn't.
The hole that was blown in was quite unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
Just realized I forgot to knock that fucking wall down.
There's no need. I'll get the contractors to knock that down. You guys settle in and drink and mourn your friend. Here's their gold.
I would at this point try and hit his pocket.
Cool. Can I get a sleight of hand check for you and know that once this is complete, you are no longer invisible?
Picking pocket.
Got a 25.
Yeah. So you reach into his pocket. Cool. Can I get you to roll a D100 for me, please?
Either this could be crazy, or it's going to be a randomized item.
Yeah, I think it's.
Pulls out a dead rat.
He was the
I
one
got a
that planted them.
92.
You manage to 92.
92 gold.
92 gold pieces. No, that's way too much money to be
The
like
DM said it, the
carrying
DM said it, blah
around.
blah blah, the DM said it.
Someone flip it.
92. A flat disc of metal and prismatic glass with a hole in the center.
A DVD?
You get a DVD. You get a DVD of Shrek, the first one.
That's worth more than 25 gold.
Yeah.
But also, I'm going to be like, guys, I'm resurrected.
He screams as you appear behind him.
Oh, I knew that we could appease the spirits.
Okay. Right. Feel like maybe this is a joke at my expense. But, okay. Beers on the house. That room, private room for you guys to feed your zombie as much beer as you want.
Oh, you heard him, Gary. We're filling you up till you're sick.
We'll put you in a bucket first. You can just soak in it.
Ooh.
It's like he's in a barrel leveled with beer, and as he drinks, he's just filling the barrel back up.
Just,
Yeah, he
just
drinks
drinking
the
from his
barrel
own
and it
barrel.
returns to the barrel.
He's just slowly fermenting in there.
You can end up with pickled zombie if you want.
Would that give him an extra class of armor?
No.
Does he biodegrade anymore? Or is he just fermented?
He'll degrade at a slower rate.
Have we preserved him?
Only fractionally longer than magic. Cool. Is there anything else you guys would like to do with your evening before we wrap this up?
I'm definitely gonna go and steal that stone plaque with the gold writing on it at some point in the evening.
Cool.
I want to watch.
Cool. I'm going to need a dexterity check from you to get it off the wall without breaking it.
Oh.
Are there like beds or like is this like a proper tavern or
No,
is it just
it is a brewery. 17. Yeah, so you managed to get most of the stone plaque away, but leaving the bottom left-hand corner. And you could probably find somebody to fix that. But it is a 3-foot tall, 5-foot wide plaque that you now have.
He said I can take whatever I find down there.
Yep.
just heaving a large stone slab up the wooden stairs?
What was the point of drinking my Hill Giant Strength Potion if I'm not going to do something stupid with it?
You only have
an hour to carry it up the stairs and back to wherever you're keeping it before it becomes unmanageable.
Did we bring a wagon?
I'm
I
sure
don't think
Gary
so.
and I can get it out after we finish drinking and we're incredibly intoxicated and can't stand straight.
Sure.
I don't know that Greta would be with you guys. I think that I was thinking that she would be going off to bed because she needs an early night as a grandma.
Nonsense, lass. Stay up with us. You've earned it as part of the adventure is morale. Part of the
Oh.
lifestyle.
Oh dear, I'm sorry, but I don't have as a young spirit as you do. I need my
Oh, nonsense. I saw you down there, lass. You'll be fine.
Oh, oh, you jest. Oh.
She will waddle away. I was thinking that like if she were to go to bed, she would like hire out. She'd get her own room. She'd sleep in the bed, and Gary would just kind of stand there, just throughout the night, just stand there staring at the door, just.
Yeah, she makes her way back into town and finds a room that she was renting here in her like new adventure mode, and tucks herself off to bed with Gary staring at the door.
Doug
Getting the,
would
getting
drink
the
till he
feelings
passes
that.
out.
Mm,
Getting the
feeling
feeling?
Greta's pitch of getting the feeling that Greta's pitch of sticking together as an adventuring damsel is a bit of nonsense. He's just gone.
I just fucked off at the
left.
first sign of alcohol.
She's like, yeah, okay, goodbye everyone.
She'll catch up with you in the morning. We're not sleeping together.
Fair enough.
And there's only one tavern in this town, so you're bound to find each other.
Sure, because you
What was he
can't
doing at a
stay at the brewery.
Oh, this isn't a place we can. Yeah, I reckon we could stay with enough alcohol.
Cool.
We got a private room.
You did, and you guys the next morning wake outside of the building.
They better, if they kicked us out, they better have taken my stone out with us.
Doesn't look like it.
So you just hefted a stone into their like main room that no one can lift, and they just left it there.
They could lift it. All they need is a hill giant potion.
None of them are wizards. They're brewers. They just have to be in a tower.
No, dang it. Greta's been
Oh,
fed
that's
lies.
right, it was an old wizard's tower. I forgot that detail.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, our chemical lab makes so much more sense again. The potions lab.
What?
I really forgot that.
Okay. And with that brilliant note, I think we will wrap up here. Cool. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we leave?
Thank you very much.
Check
That
that
was a
on
great session.
Twitch.
Thanks for having me.
It was
Twitch,
great to have you.
Instagram.
Yeah, it was great to have you, Jamie. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Yay!
I don't think we can steal that.